Hey yo, this is Ciarfox. Welcome to my stream. I was having a bit of tech problems, but we're gonna try hard the hard fashion way. Yo, I don't know what I'm going with that. I'm tired. I did not sleep well.
Our coffee cups are filled with the complex symphony of flavor.
Yeah, I haven't done dailies for this, so we'll be doing that right now.
Before you know it.
Ba-dum, ba-dum-ba, bum-ba-ba. Alright. I am also gonna probably grab a few of the talkie talk things around. They are around. Let's go talk to Astra. Hey, Belle, what are you doing in a place like this? I want to ask you the same thing. I'm here for inspiration. I've been planning to take a special role, one I've never played before, one I've never seen before even. What role is that? A maid, but a ghost maid. It's for the live-action adaptation of the Demon Maid of the Ocean Manor. I read it twice already, but I still feel like something is missing. Maybe you should go ask Rinna about, or Lightkid about that. Legend has it that ghosts haunt this place. I thought I'd come and take a look and get inspired, maybe. You in a horror movie. Are you worried that it'll affect your image as the queen? I wouldn't call it a horror movie. To me, it's kind of romantic. You'll know when you watch it, but I get where you're coming from. Eve shares your concern, asking me to think carefully before taking the role. But I don't see anything to think about. In fact, I feel as though I must take it. To further develop your acting chops? Neither. Again, inspiration is what I'm looking for. Actually, I'm planning to write some new songs with this similar theme. I can play the role of a vampire countess or a ghost housekeeper or something in the accompanying music videos, too. You write your own songs? Of course! I could even come up with something just by looking at you here now. I'll sing it for you, so listen carefully. Tiny body, biggie attitude without a tail, ears just two. Wait, isn't that more like a nursery rhyme? No, I guess it is. I couldn't help it. You remind me of that little bang boo with that scarf. Wait, that's it! A nursery rhyme! Thanks for the inspiration! What's that now? I could make it more like a nursery rhyme. In the depths of the dark marine manor, humming a nursery rhyme eerily. That's inspiration I'm looking for. Hey, come back. Let me look at you for a little while longer. Well, just so I could continue thinking about Little Begaboo by association. Just like that, I unexpectedly became an inspiration to Astra. Will Eos become the main character of Astra's next song? Picture it in my head. I'll work out the details when I get back. Even if the creators don't want it, I can always put it in my album. Will I get share the royalties? Hey, ditties are a formality that's unbecoming for friends like us. I'll give you a role in the music video. How about that? Alright, we are going back to 6th Street. Oh, there's a few people that, need to talk to that are around that I need to wait till morning for. So what do you want? Paw?
Hi, Proxy. I'm here. All the rented videotapes are in this bag. Caesar rented Final Punch, and
Whoa!
Piper rented Dimensional Musketeer and Return to Giallo's City.
Making sure, yeah.
Piper asked me to apologize on their behalf. She's really sorry for not returning them on time. She went on a long trip and left the tapes in the car. Please don't charge the late fees. Bernice had something to add. Return to Giallo City wasn't good at all. So dark and gloomy. She had 2 cans of nitro fuel to recover.
Oh, and how much did Piper pay you for?
And how much did Piper pay you to do this for her?
10% of the late fee. Well, seems like we both win. I get a little spending money, and you gain 2 grateful friends. Sounds like a good deal, right?
No, I'll get a good deal.
Clearly the only one getting a good deal out of this.
Oh, by the way, this black paper bag has something that Caesar borrowed in it. Here you go.
Out of curiosity, you totally took a peek out inside, didn't you?
Out of curiosity, you totally took a peek inside, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about. What's there to see? It's just a wholesome, innocent rom-com. But just to be clear, Caesar only entrusted me with it because she knew I knew.
I'm starting to get...
Listening to you, I'm starting to worry about the safety of the Sons of Caledon.
Oh? Because I know too many of their little secrets. Don't worry. For now, at least, there's no one offering a reasonable price for the young Overlord group's gossip.
Please tell me you're joking.
The look on your face is hilarious. I'm glad I came in today. Well, I've done what I came for, so I'll get going.
Leaving already? Since you're already here.
Leaving so soon? Seeing as you're already here, wanna watch something? For free?
Dates! Dates!
All right, then. Let me take a look at what you've got. This one, called We Need You, will do.
We watch We Need You. With, the recruitment advertisement program's quite dull, and you expect to get bored quite quickly, but you're surprised she watches attentively the entire time, not long after the videotape finishes playing.
Well, that's it. Getting pretty late, so I better be heading back.
Are recruitment ads really that interesting?
Are recruitment ads really that interesting?
Hi, Rose! How are you?
Of course not, but it's full of useful information. Who knows? I might find a job that suits me.
Aren't you a part of the Sons of Caledon?
Ready with the Sons of Caledon?
Wow, you don't seriously think that people only do one job their whole life? Besides, I've joined them, but I'm still on probation right now.
No, I mean, you say you're on probation. They already invited you all the way.
That is to say, it's the Sons of Caledon that are still on probation.
At least you...
Being a mercenary offered freedom, but it also came with risks. For my future, I plan to first latch on to the Motor League's Overlord and use that as a stepping stone to find better opportunities.
It was having technical difficulties, so it took a bit. That's a well thought out plan.
That's a well thought out plan.
You don't have to agree with me like that. What I said must have made you uncomfortable, right? In life, just holding on to hope isn't enough to keep people together. Perhaps it's the same with you and your brother. Alright, I really should get going. By the way, is it a left or right turn to get to the 141 convenience store?
Right turn.
Oh, right turn.
Thanks. Everyone loves UAP chips, so I'll grab some while I'm here.
Please. Although you feel like you understand her a little better now, she was serious when she said Sons of Caledon are still on probation. Can now promote the video store. I have Kitty. Morning. Not really morning anymore. Ba 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 ba. Enby's here.
You're the store manager, right? You're just in time. Please help me work this out.
What?
The girl in green, the one wearing headphones and talking to people, is totally stalking me.
She isn't stalking you. If Ambi was actually following you, you'd have no idea.
that makes it better.
Anyone. I just realized we both have the same taste in movies.
I'm not just talking about my taste. I'm talking about my life. I can't seem to get that through to you.
Do you ever dream about who you're gonna be?
Aren't I going to be me?
Life isn't like in the movies. Life is much harder.
Okay. Where have I heard that before?
Where have I heard that before? Sounds like you've seen these movies too.
I own a movie shop.
All right, I have to admit, we do have similar tastes. I didn't expect you to have such a good eye.
Then take out the videotape you put in your bag and give it back.
When did you...
From the moment you stole the tape I wanted to watch.
No wonder she was browsing for so long.
No wonder she was browsing for so long. She was trying to steal a tape.
I wasn't stealing. That's slander. I was gonna return the tape once I was done watching it.
Exit out.
Taking something without telling people is stealing. How many movies have you watched? You should know that.
I could never steal. It's just I don't get paid for my part-time job until next month, and in the heat of the moment, I just...
Stealing is stealing. Put the videotape back on the shelf.
The girl hesitates for a moment, then finally puts the videotape back on the shelf with a look of desperation.
Whatever. You can just turn me over to public security. What's the worst that could happen? I'll just get expelled from school.
Stop with it! Stop with the pity party.
Living on the streets.
No.
Don't be such a drama queen.
Amy turns her head and looks over as she wants to say something.
If I could, can I ask something of you? If possible, could you not turn her into public security?
I wasn't going to.
I thought so too. A little thing like this doesn't need public security.
You all... Why?
Nobody who watches movies this good could be a bad person. That's what I think.
I was thinking I just don't want the hassle, but okay.
But you should still pay for what you've done. I'll rent the movie you tried to steal. Take it back and watch it. Just so happens, it's a story about redemption. After you're done, write a 1,000-word letter to us about your mistake.
Goddamn. What is...
Wow, not the price I expected. Really? It's normal to write a report after making a mistake.
Is it?
I understand. 1,000 words and not a word less. Also, here's my student ID card. I'll leave it with you as collateral. And I'll pay back the cost of the rental once I get my wages. Anyway, thanks for being lenient with me.
The girl bows deeply before leaving the store. She looking back every few steps she takes.
Is life always this hard? Or is it just when you're a kid?
It's always this hard.
It's always this hard. But remember, hope is a good thing. Maybe the best of things.
It was the best of days, it was the worst of days.
Looks like it's not just our taste in movies that's similar, but our outlook on life too.
Aww.
To be honest, the discouraged look on that girl's face just now reminded me of when I experienced something similar.
You stole the
It
movie?
was back during that dark time when I first met Nicole and Billy. And now, there's you.
Aww.
I want to do what I can to help her out. Just like everyone helped me out.
And you did.
And you did it. Thank you. I think I was able to make the choice because you were here with me. I'm lucky to have you.
Aww. Go over here and get the scratch card before I forget. All right. Also, Anton, leaving all these behind.
My bro and I came to borrow the movie Family.
Cool. Want to watch it together?
Wanna watch it together?
It's way better to watch this kind of blockbuster movie with friends.
But I'm your bro.
Bro?
You go with Anton to the random play and watch Family together. Anton jumps up and sits down back again excitedly. Well, his bro also lets out an occasional low whirl.
A real bro protects the most important people around him.
I know, right?
And chase after his son like that made me start a well up a little.
Oh, sweetie.
Thanks, bro. You can stop wiping my eyes now. It kind of hurts.
No pain, no gain.
If it were you who was missing in the hollow, I definitely dive in to find you just like the main character. I never give up.
Never surrender. I'm touched.
I'm touched. You'd look for me like a father looking for his son.
Don't get too sentimental. Friends should put their life on the line for each other. That's just how we do it.
I mean, not always. I mean, there might be some regrets if the other person put the foot on the line did it.
Next time you have a good movie in, give me a call. The three of us should watch another blockbuster together.
Nerds. Bro, real bros don't cry, they sweat, and I was just sweating a little extra, okay? But you said you were crying before. Okay. Sure. Sure, sir. Oh, what are you doing, Astra? You're here, Belle. I happened to pass by 6th Street and thought I'd stop to take a look. Want to rent a videotape? No, thanks. I have some questions. I'll just ask the clerk. Hello? Hello, customer. Would you like to rent a videotape? I'd like to ask you if any videotapes related to Australia. Yes, we do. Let me check. I think I know what the question is. Completely current, including movies, right? Musicals, sales for those, movies, goods, variety shows, musicals. Oh, right. It was the musical. Yep. We've read this one aloud before. Let's see. Me getting distracted from what I said I was going to do tonight? Ha! Boss lost his pet Mustard a couple of days ago. He hired a group named the Cunning Hares to search for it. The pet was found, but the fees were almost the same as my monthly salary. Not surprised. Rumor has it the manager of the Cunning Hare is a penny pincher. Just like our boss, she takes staggering fees from clients, but offers meager salaries to her employees. If the boss paid me that much, I'd be willing to be his pet for a month. Aren't you doing that to earn your monthly salary? While listening to a passerby's complaining, you think you see Nicole hiding behind a truck, so you approach her. Shh. I just overheard those guys talking smack about the Cunning Hares. They were saying the boss is a cheapskate and pays lousy wages while charging sky-high rates for services. What is this baseless slander? Do I want her on my good side, or do I want to tell the... Yeah, it's a bunch of lies. Yeah, it's all just slander. You see, we spent a ton of time searching for the dog Mustard, not to mention the Denny's we shelled out for those 5 bags of premium dog treats. Of course, all those expenses were included in our commission fees, so it might seem a tad high. Can you believe it? Just the monthly food costs for that dog are beyond what I can afford for the entire month. It's only fair to charge a little extra when you're working for someone with such deep pockets, right? Hi, Riku! How are you? I'm busy getting distracted talking with people who are on the streets. I need to figure out a way to put an end to these rumors. Because I am... God, to save my ADHD. Oh, there's a lot of people over here. Thank you for the follow, Riku! I appreciate. We all fucked up. I mean, we were in a storm a bit for all of last night, so yeah. But we'll be getting to the agent story too soon. Proxy, great timing. Such a pain trying to figure out what goes on a little girl's mind. What happened? Lucy, to be exact. She's a real handful. Piper says it's a tricky problem, but her droopy eyes and a big yawn tell us a different story.
Lucy's angry. She's really mad.
What happened?
Not the "are you stupid" kind of angry, but the silent kind when she bottles it all up.
And takes it out later.
You know, When girls want to sulk, it's just the worst.
Sounds like she's really mad.
She's really that mad at you? Did you do something wrong?
I have no idea, but at my age, there's one thing I know. Do not try to reason with a young girl.
Yeah, I've been through everything, Piper. I've been through all these wars and...
Anyway, I should apologize to her. Proxy, let me rehearse with you first.
I'm not very good with rehearsing.
Me? Pretend to be Lucy?
I'm ready to begin. I'm sorry, Lucy.
It's okay.
Okay, I forgive you.
Hang on. Wait a minute. That's not how Lucy is. Proxy, you need to...
I would say, I love that she puts her hands together like she's praying. Praying.
Let's start over. Lucy, I'm sorry. Please don't be angry.
Who said I was angry? I'm not angry.
Oh, that's more like it. I can see why you're a proxy. One more time.
Idiot. You are so stupid, Piper.
That's more like it. It's been really fun chatting with you, Proxy. Watching young people imitate each other's speaking style makes me feel younger, too.
What were we doing again?
Hang on. Weren't we just talking about how you should be apologizing?
Right. Show some understanding for us adults. Rare moments of joy like this make us forget our other worries.
Okay.
By the way, Proxy, would you mind recording your impression of Lucy just then?
I hope Lucy doesn't see this.
Long-distance drivers like me like watching videos on our breaks. Just like yesterday, I accidentally filmed Lucy as she jumped up in fright. So cute. It really lifted my spirits.
I think that's why she's mad.
I think I know why Lucy is angry at you.
Really? But she's bound to forget about it in a couple of days, right?
Nah.
Anyway, thanks for today. I'm not gonna let anyone else see the video. That's a precious promise from an adult.
X'd out. So, how violent she could get if somebody did without her permission would be hilarious. Oh. Okay, let's see. We've done this before, is getting the opportunity for... I'm a fan of both. No, yay. Didn't do the right combo for that. Oh well. Oh well! Wells have been oh-welled. I was over here with the kitties. I laid back. Oh, if it isn't the proxy, hi there. You're in a mood to stroll around the park? What? Not like my style? Even I need somewhere to take a breather now and then. Someone from the outer ring. It's hard for me to imagine. Do kids from the city really grow up in parks like this? Proxy, was it the same for you and your brother? Yeah, more or less. I could tell you're lying. Someone as unique as Faithun could never have had such a normal childhood. But if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. What about you, Parr? Me? Meanwhile. Well, I have to be the ethereal again. You two have already played the good guys so many times. I want to play as the ethereal getting beaten again this time. It's my turn now. You're way more like an ethereal. I don't want to be an ethereal. I want to be a hero. Don't cry. You can choose first this time, okay? Turns it out it was just kids arguing while playing. I never thought city kids would be so keen on playing house. Were you like that when you were younger? Ha, yeah, but when I was a kid, I didn't have aspirations to be a hollow investigator or a hand executive officer. Back then, we loved pretending to be city girls. Of course, if someone was playing the young lady, there was always others playing the servant, the driver, the chef, or the shop assistant. We were always arguing about who got what role back then. We? Forget it, just some poor kids from the outer ring who grew up together. It's not important. Anyways, if I were Lucy, I wouldn't give up on a perfectly good life in the city to come to a place like the outer ring. I'm going to stay here for a bit longer. If you have stuff you need to do, feel free to head out first. Everybody's everywhere. God, I'm popular. Everybody fucking run. Fancy running into you again. That's what I thought I'd say, right? Not this time. I came all the way just to see you. Oh, I'm honored. That's scary. What's there to be afraid of? It's not like I'm gonna eat you. It's just say I randomly decided to come by. To be honest, isn't it a bit awkward that we're talking outside like this? Aren't you gonna invite me to sit down? Come in and have a seat. Great! I'm hoping I'm not disturbing your business. You enter the video store with HoyoVerse. No matter how many times I visit, I can't help but admire your coziness and your shop's atmosphere is. If I get the chance in the future, I'd like to open a small shop like this too. Maybe I could even take over a store near you. We can open a store together. Keep talking like that and I might take it seriously. By the way, since we're having the chance, how about watching a movie together or something? Coming to the video store without watching a movie together doesn't feel right, doesn't it? You pick a popular movie with Harumasa. Why am I saying it wrong? And enjoy it together. How to put it? Harumasa's sharp critique of the movie could be published in the newspapers. Alright, it's getting late. I should be on my way. Thanks for your hospitality today. Next time you should come over to my place. But the troublemaker at my place has a bad temper. If you come over, you'd better watch out for its claws. You have a cat? By the way, if you're ever coming over to my place, just let me know in advance. I need to trim my cat's claws first. Ah! Yes! But your cat is very pissed off that you decided to come here to watch a movie without, you know, going to back home to watch it so that he could lay in your lap. Alright. See if there's any other random people out and about. Nope. Let me refill my drink, because I didn't realize I was that low. And then we'll start on the, whatchamacallit, triggers. I'm back. And people are on ad break. Ay, ay, ay. What a relief. Did you resolve your family dispute? Yeah, I hired someone from the outside to teach us Brat's a lesson. Honestly, I wasn't holding my breath. In fact, I thought that might end up being used as targets practice for my pups. But even they were just cannon fodder, or they would still serve a purpose. Turns out the young folks are tougher than they look. They really taught these little rascals a harsh lesson in pain. Ha ha ha! It feels good to let out some frustration. I'm quite fond of those youngsters. I might even take them under my wing and treat them like my own children. Family recruitment? Yeah, to me, the more capable the kids around, the better. It keeps retirement life interesting. By the way, I found the 3 Carls tape under my sofa. Now I need to clean up the mess I left behind. Those crybabies won't have time to watch it. If you'd like it, you can have it, young manager. Cool. That movie I wanted. The 3 Trials. Found it! Just like you said, you really know your stuff. I'll be in to pick it up soon. I didn't really find it. I was given it, but cool. Out of sight. A story took place in the past. Story of a young proxy named Phaethon who met a young lady at a crossroads of fate. Belle, we've been on 6th Street for a while now. How many internet commissions have we taken these past few days? We're still newbies, so you know how it is. It's okay, we're starting our proxy business and the video store from scratch, side by side. It'll take time. These days, I've been focused on managing the store, but thank you for taking care of our internet business, Belle. Having this cozy little home with you is already much better than the life we had just after leaving the academy. As long as we slowly build our reputation, we'll eventually have a chance to uncover the clues about the fall of the old capital. Belle, we'll take it slow. Yeah, but I get so bored when there's no commissions. Belle, your enthusiasm really is something, but your troubles will soon be resolved. I saw how hard you've been searching for commissions, so these past few days I found an intelligence broker on internet who can introduce commissions to us. As long as we can establish a long-term partnership with this professional intelligence broker, we shouldn't have to worry about getting commissions in the future. As your older brother, I also want to be able to help you. Good job. Thanks. I think I've done a good job, too. I arranged to meet him at the store today. He should be arriving soon. At the moment, a sudden knock at the door. He's here, just in time. Belle, let's go talk to him. Who knows? Maybe a cool surprise will be waiting for us on our first commission with him. No, the friends. We met along the way. No, we don't have those yet. Belle... kind of need to watch the house. Watch the house. We'll do my best. As the front door opens, a man in the suit walks in. Though he wears a friendly and relatable smile, there's still something slightly off about him. It's Shepard. Belle, allow me to introduce our future partner, the intelligent broker I found on the internet. Nice to meet you both. You can call me Shepard. I'm glad you two chose to work with me. By the way, are you just starting out in this line of work? Nice to meet you. We haven't been in the business for too long. I understand. It's normal for rookie proxies like you two to have a hard time finding commissions. But please don't worry. As an intelligence broker, I exist precisely for people like you. Let me check my notes. Your name is Phaethon, right? What kind of commissions do you usually specialize in? We're great at any commission. What an energetic response. These days, many young proxies lack the energy you do. That being said, combat-related missions might be a bit tricky, right? You two don't seem like fighters, and hiring combat personnel can be expensive for new proxies. To be honest, I'm not sure if I feel comfortable assigning you anything dangerous. We'll find our own way to resolve that. I believe you'll see it in our actual commission. The actual commission, huh? Well then, I happen to have a recently issued commission that could serve as the the perfect starting point for our partnership. I believe this commission is one of perfect difficulty to assess your... I'm checking my sound again. Yep. Sound, blech. If you're interested, let me explain the details. Shall we move to a more convenient place to talk? Not too suitable to talk about this stuff at the counter, so you move to a small room with Shepard to discuss the things in detail.
Our first assignment together is a missing person commission. There's no need for combat or venturing into any hollows, so it's completely safe. Honestly, I can't think of a better way to test your skills.
Could you say it less egotistically?
To be honest, it feels like you're just filling your quota with this commission.
Don't get me wrong, I'm definitely not trying to pass this off on you. Navigate the hollow is unquestionable. That's what makes a proxy a proxy. But this role involves more than just that, and this commission is a perfect opportunity to demonstrate those other skills.
Okay.
To be honest, the client barely gave us anything to work with, just pieces of info. That's why this is a perfect chance to show off your skills in gathering intel, spotting details, and negotiating. All the makings of a top-tier proxy.
You've made your point. Guess we can't refuse now. Let's
It's
see
a
the job.
cat-fighting mission. Shepard nods in satisfaction and pulls out 3 items from his pocket. A harmonica, a sheet of music, and an old photo. Aw. Photo of a woman with covered eyes. Somewhat aged photograph, though the image remains fairly clear. A blonde woman with her eyes covered leans against a wall. For some reason, her silhouette seems so fragile, as if she might shatter into pieces at any moment, filled with such profound sadness.
The client has only provided us with these 3 clues. All we know is that the woman in the photo is your target.
Just a photo. So even the client doesn't know her name, identity, or whereabouts? And what's the deal with the harmonica and the sheet music?
The client doesn't seem to have any more info, though it's possible they just don't want to share. But the client did mention if you get stuck, you should try playing the sheet music with the harmonica. Well then, I'll leave this commission in your capable
It's something she
hands.
remembers.
Keep me in the loop if you make any breakthroughs. Just ping me on Knock Knock.
A single photo and a melody. Feels like chasing shadows. Belle, where do you think we should start?
Let's go to Port Ellipse and look for clues.
Maybe we should start with Port Elpis. A woman with her eyes covered isn't exactly someone you see every day. Remember when we went to visit the sea? I'm pretty sure we spotted someone like that back then.
Oh wow,
Remember?
good luck.
I was in a bad mood that day, so you took me to the port to clear my head. We bought some fries, but you were so busy staring at that girl with her eyes covered, a seagull snatched them right out of your hand.
I mean, that's a way to
Why
remember.
do you sound mad? Well, now that I think about it, that woman did look a lot like the one in the photo. I was just a bit distracted. I didn't mean to stare. Next time I'll make sure to watch my fries more carefully.
Does Wise have a crush?
Thanks to you,
Wise
we
have
got
a
a
crush?
lead now.
Wise have a
Let's head to the
crush?
port and see what we can find.
Well, we've arrived. Time to find our missing person. However, it was a week ago when we saw that lady, and we can't be sure she's the same person we're looking for. Even if she is, it's uncertain whether she's still around here. Let's look around for clues first. Come on, let's split up for clues, gang! Right, since we don't have any other leads right now, let's try our luck here. I'll attempt to hack into the cameras to check to see if she's been around recently. As for you, Belle, take the photograph and ask locals and passerbys around here. Welcome to Tater King, our fries and hot dog combos hot seller. Would you like to give it a try? I want a hot dog. I haven't had that forever. Hello, have you seen this person? Oh, I remember seeing this girl before. Who exactly? Maybe once every 1 or 2 months, I'll see her wandering around this area. I've never spoken with her, and she doesn't seem to interact with anyone around here, so I don't really know much about her background. She hasn't been around recently? I don't think so. I don't remember seeing her recently. Are you looking for her? I can keep an eye out for you. All right, thanks. By the way, Would you like some fries? Seagulls here are always trying to steal the fries. Alright, then. The seagulls have been too active recently. Will they have a negative impact on the sale of our fries? Looks like I shouldn't feed them too much in the future. Can I go up here? Room upstairs, someone's living there, right? If the blindfolded woman has appeared around the port, whoever lives here has seen her. Try knocking on the door. Complete silence, but there seems to be some kind of noise coming inside. Knock on the door again. Who? Excuse me, have you seen this person? Who? Let me see. The door opens slightly. I carefully hand the photo over. Within 3 seconds, the person returns it. Never seen. Disappears. In the end, everyone will disappear, including me. Door shuts. Was that... Crazy lady. Crazy lady. Crazy lady. Yep. Try climbing the lighthouse. Just you're about to open the door at the top of the lighthouse. An old man appears behind you. Hey, what are you doing? This lighthouse is currently off limit. Someone's allowed to enter. Sorry, I didn't know. If I hadn't showed up, you would have just gone straight in, wouldn't you? This lighthouse hasn't been properly maintained for years. If something happened to you, who would have taken responsibility? Besides, what do you need to go up to the lighthouse for? I'm looking for a person. Have you seen this person? Let me see. This girl does have a rather memorable appearance, but I don't remember seeing her before. I think she might have been here before. Is that so? I usually keep to around the lighthouse. If she was on the dock walkway, I definitely wouldn't have seen her. If you're looking for her, I suggest you check around there. At the very least, I haven't seen this girl near the lighthouse. Alright, thanks. Most few people know them. I mean...
No luck on my end. Belle, did you find anything?
Let me try the harmonica again.
It was wishful thinking to assume that a quick stroll through the port would solve this. But since we're here, might as well give the harmonica a try. Whether it works or not, you owe me some fries before we head back.
Damn!
I'll do whatever you say, but Belle, would you mind giving the harmonica a try instead? I'm curious to how it sounds.
I mean, you can hear a harmonica if you're playing it.
You sure know how to set me up. I'm telling you now, though, I can't promise what it'll sound like.
Death. You pull the harmonica and glance at the sheet music. See a melody you never heard before. Taking a deep breath, you let the notes flow to start to play. Or it was pretty accurate? Whatever. You think it sounded good at least. The music continued for half a minute.
How do I put this? It sounds okay once you get used to it. But nothing happened, so I guess we should just get some fries and head back.
Excuse me. Were you the ones playing the harmonica just now?
Sorry. My sister didn't mean to make such a commotion. We'll just... Wait. You're the one in the photo. Sorry about that. I didn't hear any footsteps, so I didn't realize you were right beside us.
My apologies. Moving quietly is second nature to me. I didn't mean to startle you. If I may ask...
I summoned girl!
That melody.
Why shoots you a questioning glance? The blindfolded woman from the photo actually appeared. What an unexpected surprise, but now what? First things first, let's bring her back home.
Well, the two of us are proxies, and this song was given to us by a client. We never thought it would actually help us find you. Our client is the one looking for you. Why don't we discuss the details somewhere else?
I see. Please lead the way. I'd also like to meet this client of yours.
Let's head back to the store.
Okay, let's go check in with Shepard. Oh, I almost forgot. Your name is...
My real name. I haven't used that in a long time. But I do have a code name. You can call me Charon.
Please don't... I mean, actually, no. Please lead me over the river of Styx, please. You return to the video store with a woman who calls herself Charon. Along the way, you introduce yourselves and share a bit of your fledgling proxy business.
Miss Charon, I just reached out to the information broker who posted the commission. He should be here shortly, and you'll be able to meet the client soon. Please take a seat on the couch. I'll get you something to drink.
Thank you, but please, don't mind me. By the way, the second row from the top on your TV wall, third unit from the left, it has a connection issue. You might want to check it out when you have time.
How'd you spot that?
Let me see. You're right. How did you know? No wonder there's been some lag lately.
I rely on my hearing. I lost most of my vision in an accident. I can just about make out the outlines of my surroundings. To move around like an average citizen, I've trained my other senses to be extremely sharp. I heard a faint buzzing sound. By moving around the room and noticing the change in sound, I was able to pinpoint the location of the faulty TV.
Okay. Sorry to bring it up.
Sorry. I hope my question didn't seem rude.
No need to apologize. Vision isn't the only way to perceive the world. As proxies, you too should know that better than most. Anything that can be seen with your eyes can never be considered a secret.
A subtle silence fills the room. It's clear each have secrets you don't want to share with each other, and there's an unspoken understanding between you. And the silence on the brink of becoming awkward. A knock sounds at the door outside the shop.
It's me again. You two found the target already? Wow, Faithin, you guys are incredible. If you're always this fast, you could take on anything.
Why you look uneasy?
I'm glad you're impressed. But why do I get the feeling you aren't very happy? You look a little uneasy.
Where to start? It's great that you were able to find the woman in the photo, but there's a new problem.
Of course there
I
is.
can't get in touch with the client anymore. There's been no reply from his Knock Knock account since yesterday. I brushed it off at first, but there's still no reply today. Just when I thought he might have skipped town, his account suddenly sent me a location, the edge of a hollow. Who sends something like that in normal circumstances?
Sounds like something's happened to the
Based on
client.
what you've said, there's a good chance the client encountered some trouble involving the hollow. Still, it's too early to say for sure.
Either way, I'll keep trying to reach the client. I hope he's alright. Let's stay in touch for now. We won't be wrapping up this commission for a while.
Damn.
Sorry, but I overheard your conversation. Could you share that location with me? If I investigate the hollow, I might pick up some clues.
A clue. Sorry, I was drinking and I get.
Miss Charon? No offense, but the hollow isn't somewhere just anyone can waltz into. Without a carrot or combat personnel, it's a death trap. You should wait.
Does what she wearing show that she is pretty much, you know, combat
I'm a
ready?
soldier. I served with the Eridu Defense Force under the Chrysoberyl Division. Even after retiring, I've made countless trips into the hollow. You can trust in my combat skills.
Yeah, I only retired at 21. I'm
Rates
jokes.
of you and the two proxies here seem to have just spiked. Don't worry. My military days are far behind me. I have no current ties with them. As for getting into the hollow, proxies, can I request your assistance? I don't know anyone else who could guide me. I'll pay the commission fee as best I can. If you don't want to be involved, that's fine. I'll think of something.
Can't let you deal with this
We'd
alone.
like to find the client ASAP too. I mean, who's gonna cover our commission fee otherwise? Besides, if we said no, you'd just head into the hollow alone, wouldn't you?
How did you know?
So that was your plan? You just remind me of how wise and I used to be. So desperate to find someone that we didn't even care if we were ready or not.
Aw.
Well, since Miss Charon wants to continue to investigate, I'm willing to act as the proxy for no additional fee. You can relax, Shepard.
I see. That works for me. With the client still unreachable, my hands are tied. Please, look into the hollow. And be careful.
No promises!
I'm really sorry for troubling you both.
Oh, she blushing!
Finding this client is very important to me, so I may have acted a bit out of line just now.
No worries. Seeing how determined you are to find the client, we couldn't just sit by and do nothing. Let's work together to find them.
Proxy, may I call you that? Of course. Thank you, Proxy, for accepting my request. This is probably your first time taking on a commission in the hollow that might involve combat. I'll do my best to protect you. Actually, I don't need to enter the hollow in person. You mean you can attach your consciousness to a bangaboo? Such impressive technology. I've never heard of anyone being able to do something like this before. Even if you're a bangaboo, I will protect you. You responded to my request, so it is my duty. Well, the vibe Charon gives off brings up memories of our own past. I feel the same way. Maybe this is fate. Let's help her fulfill her wish to find that person. Yeah, we can't just leave her be. Are we gonna meet Ambi this way? No, we'll see. So let's make the comment of don't make assumptions, but then again, I am existing to fucking make assumptions, so,
Concert starting?
Hot.
Miss Charon, I need some time to calculate the hollow route.
Leave this to me, Proxy. Actually, I've been to this hollow before for reasons.
Did you lose?
I still remember the way forward clear as day.
Glad that she didn't say C, then it would be like not working with that.
Oh? Why don't you wait just a little longer? Calculating a path doesn't take that long.
Shoot. Gun. Da, 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 da.
The path ahead. It should be right around here. I wasn't here too long ago.
I'm going through them so quickly.
Proxy, I might have misremembered. I just need to think.
Shoot, shoot.
Okay, I'm sure you're well aware that hollows undergo periodic spatial distortions and reconstruction.
The target's weary.
Thanks. This one's for you.
Take the shot.
That's what...
Sorry for being so presumptuous, Proxy. I got ahead of myself and made things difficult for you.
Meh. It's fine.
By the way, Miss Charon, how are you so fluid when you move and fight?
And bubbly butt. I mean,
Is it because of your sharper hearing and heightened senses?
no, it's because she's flexible. You're gonna say it?
That's one part of it. In fact, my eyes gained some unique abilities as they changed.
Fine. Yeah. All right. I'll take
Suppressing fire.
No, you guess. The accident involved a hollow.
Clearly.
Or ether energy or something, I don't know.
Wait, something's up ahead. There's someone on the ground. Ugh, it smells like blood.
A man and woman lie collapsed on the ground with unspeakable smell of blood emanating from them. You follow the source of the scent and you see bullet holes on their body. Check their condition. No signs of breathing. Their heartbeats and pulses are completely gone. The deceased are dead. The cause of death appears to be severe blood loss from a long-range gunshot wounds. Time of death probably within the last 1 to 2 hours, just before we entered the hollow, which means, this isn't just a case of losing contact with the client. Someone's been killing people in this hollow. Though I don't sense the killer nearby right now, there's still a chance they're active somewhere in the hollow. Proxy, don't stray far from my side. I'll keep you safe. Those two. I really want to take their bodies out of the hollow, but without knowing the killer's whereabouts, moving them would be too risky. Proxy, mark these coordinates. Once we've confirmed the area is safe, we'll come back to retrieve their bodies. I'm sorry the ground must be cold. May you rest in peace.
What could have happened? Who did this?
The bad guy?
Given the depth of the wound and the caliber of the bullet, the killer was a sniper, just like me.
Sniper! No sniping! Bad joke! No bad joking.
Have significantly increased. What's going on? Fine.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take the hold on. Let me find what's causing the ether level increase. Up ahead, there are multiple devices leaking ether nonstop.
As if they're leading us into a trap.
I swear on my blade.
Those are high-pressure ether storage tanks, filled with highly concentrated ether.
Or one with the wind.
Supporting. Quick shot! As soon as the valve is opened, the ether will flow out at a fixed rate.
high ether concentrations will make the nearby ethereals...
Press single shot for rapid. Chain. Ah.
All high-pressure ether tanks have been disabled. We can keep moving.
More dead bodies.
Wait. Proxy, there are 4 people over here. They're all still alive. I'm not detecting any ether fluctuations from any other life forms nearby.
Check their condition.
Great, that's a relief. Charon, can you confirm their condition?
Confirmed. 1 is seriously injured. A bullet pierced their lung. The other 3? No internal injuries, just a few minor wounds. The one with severe wounds. His etheric fluctuations are nearly completely gone. He's beyond saving.
He's about to turn ethereal.
Who are you? Help me. It hurts. So cold. I don't want to die.
I don't think we have a choice in that matter. Is there really no way to save him?
There must be something we can do. I'll contact the hospital, and we can get him out of the hollow.
His internal organs are ruptured. He'll bleed out long before we can get him out. No rescue team can beat the clock when life fades this fast.
Am I dying? I just want to go home.
I was going to say, someone with a, ruptured lung is speaking very well. Charon doesn't respond. She sits beside the dying man, pulls out a harmonica, and begins to play a soft, familiar melody. The tune echoes through the hollow, heavily with the scent of blood. It's a song recorded on the client's sheet music. As the harmonica's gentle notes fill the air, the dying man stops groaning, simply listening till his eyes close forever. Are you okay?
Charon, are you okay? Did you get hurt during the fight just now?
I'm fine, don't worry about me. As I mentioned before, these eyes of mine have their uses, but they bring just as much inconvenience. The rejection reaction you saw just now was one of them. Staring into death. It's not something I handle well.
My head. Where am I? Who are you people? I remember now. There was a madman, a lunatic who tied me up and dragged me into the hollow. You're not.
Does she look like a mad man? I mean...
Not the lunatic you're talking about. Can you stand? There are 2 more unconscious survivors here. If you can, help us carry one of them. Let's get out of here together.
Leave? We can leave this place? What about that lunatic who shot at me from the shadows?
Culprit's already gone.
Culprit should be gone by now. Charon, let's get the survivors out. Follow me.
Follow me! Exhausted and unable to carry any more bodies, you record the coordinates of a few of the corpses. Once this is all over, you should make sure to report them anonymously to public security. With Charon, you keep your guard up alongside your survivors, eventually arriving at the abandoned metro entrance in front of the Ballet Road, Twin Roads. Proxy, let's take a short break here. The area around the Ballet Twins have been abandoned due to the Hollow disaster, and no one's likely to be around. It's both secluded and safe, making it a perfect place for a conversation. Those 3 survivors, yes, I know. They are just escaped from a killer, so we need to check their injuries and mental well-being. Could one of them be the client? Unfortunately, I don't think so. After they woke up and saw me, they didn't have any particular reaction. If they were the ones who were assigned the commission to find me, they should have recognized me to some extent. Proxy, I'll keep a watch around here and be on the lookout for the perpetrator trying to track us or attempting to ambush us. Could you please have a brief conversation with the 3 survivors? I think they might have information on the perpetrator. And to be honest, I think they might... No, it's probably just my imagination. I'll gather information from them first. Thank you, Proxy. gentle man. Thank goodness. I can't believe it. I'm still alive and out of the hollow. What's your name? Oh, me? I'm Jesse. I'm so grateful you were there to save me. When that maniac was chasing me and sniping at me, I really thought I was done for. I have some questions I want to ask you. Questions? Go ahead. Although I really don't want to remember what just happened. You did save my life. How were you kidnapped and brought to the hollow? Ow. I was tricked. I received an anonymous message telling me there was a big job on 6th Street. I mean, there's a big job I could do, asking me to meet me in the alley on 6th Street. I just arrived at the agreed spot and was waiting when someone hit me from behind and knocked me out. I woke up, I was already on that hollow, and my hands and feet were tied. Take some time to calm down. That's all you wanted to ask? Well, anyways, thanks, you all. That's all I wanted to ask. I didn't mean to hit that again. Take deep breaths. If your emotions get too intense, the wounds might reopen. Ugh, I still feel like I'm gonna throw up. The fear that someone's still trying to shoot me, it just won't go away. Are you guys okay? I'm okay. Did you save us? I'm just about holding up. I've more or less recovered from the shock. I remember you. You were looking for someone around Port Ellipse, weren't you? Yes, I've seen you before. How embarrassing. Never thought I'd meet again like this. What are your names? My name is Zoe. Aaron. Just call me Aaron. Feeling nauseous again? I managed to hold it in. Do you want to ask something? I don't remember. I didn't ask about Port Ellipse. It might have been the brother. I have some question for you. No problem. We'll add to what we can. How did you get kidnapped? For me, I know I was sightseeing at Port Ellipse earlier. After that, I was on my way back home, driving along a deserted road when I seemed to hit something. I got out of the car to check. Just a few seconds after I got out of the car, someone hit me from behind and knocked me out. I still have a bump on the back of my head. You can feel it. Let me take a look. There really is a bump on the back of your head. As for me, I was sitting at home with my friend when someone pried the lock and tampered with our food, water, or something. I don't know what they did exactly, but shortly after we ate, we both passed out. We were the only 3 rescued from the hollow. Did you see another woman? Just the 3 of you. A few more questions. What happened to you in the hollow? Do you really want to talk about it? If possible, I'd rather not relive it. I'll go first. After I woke up, I found myself tied alone in a corner of the hollow with the ethereals wandering nearby. If I didn't make an escape then and there, I'd be doomed. So I found something sharp and cut through the ropes. After freeing myself, I was about to run when a bullet grazed the top of my head from above. That's when I realized someone had been watching me all along. Same thing happened to me. When I woke up, my limbs were tied, and the ethereals were already closing in. Fortunately, the ropes weren't tied too tightly. I used a broken iron railing nearby and eventually managed to cut through them. But it was barely a few steps when a bullet hit my left arm. I could only grit my teeth and run for my life. If she keeps caulking, she'll throw up again. That maniac shooting from the shadows. They seem to take pleasure in watching our frantic attempts to escape. I could have just killed us right there, but they deliberately aimed at each other, each shot slightly off target, giving us just enough strength to keep struggling. Under the threat of the ethereals chasing me in the sniper's fire, I don't know how long I ran. Eventually I managed to reach an area where the ethereals were less active. But that maniac shot me with a tranquilizer and I passed out again. Same here. Now that I think about it, we must have passed out in the same area. Take some time to calm down. Alright. Why are we being targeted? I can't take this anymore. Ugh. After a brief check in the 3 survivors, you share what you learned with Karen. She then calls 3 over.
Thank you all for assisting me, even though I'm a stranger. You've given me valuable information.
It's the least we can do after you saved our lives. If there's anything else you want to ask, go right ahead.
I do have some questions left to ask. Before that, could the 3 of you introduce yourselves? I'd like to see if there's a pattern to how the killer chose their targets.
I'll go first. My name's Zoe. I used to be a soldier in the Defense Force, but now I'm just working a regular desk job at a private company. Don't let that fool you, though. I've earned my stripes.
I'm Jesse. currently working as an internet information broker. I'm still pretty new at it though, so I can't think of any reason someone would target me.
My turn? I'm Erin. I was also in the Defense Force, but now I'm unemployed. Actually, I have a question for you all. Did you see my friend when you were in the Hollow? She's about my height, with shoulder-length blonde hair and a mole under her eye. We were kidnapped together, but I can't find her anywhere now.
I don't recall seeing anyone like that.
Correctly, we didn't come across anyone like that in the Hollow, among both the survivors or the bodies.
It's all right. I'll keep looking. I hope she's okay. We were always inseparable. We even planned to visit Scott Outpost together for Remembrance Day. I never thought something like this would happen.
Remembrance Day? What's it about?
As the name suggests, it's a day organized by the Defense Force for the families of deceased soldiers and veterans. People gather to mourn their loved ones who died in the fall of the old capital and find comfort in each other's company.
I didn't know the Defense Force did that. Huh. Maybe I should go check it out.
If I can't find her anywhere else, I'll head to Remembrance Day alone. Maybe she'll show up there. Was your missing friend also a member of the Defense Force? Yes, she and I were in the same squad. Obsidian Division's Cartis squad.
This sounds like a series of murders targeting the Defense Force. But Jesse wasn't with the Defense Force.
No, you're probably not far off. Jesse claims to have been up front, but he neglected to mention he was
I was thinking that.
Force, right?
Well, that's... I just don't like bringing up my past in the Defense Force. It's not like I'm trying to hide it. They're just memories from my time there that I'd rather forget. I was part of Obsidian Division's Noct Squad.
I wonder if it has to do with the Obsidian.
I was also in the Obsidian Division, Impera Squad. I don't know who those who died in the Hollow were, but it seems the killer really is targeting members of the Defense Force.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, during the fall of the old capital, didn't our 3 squads work together on a mission outside Hollow Zero?
We did? I don't really remember.
I have a
PTSD
memory of it, but there were so many people on the mission, I don't remember your faces.
Thank you all for the information. I'm starting to see a pattern in the killer's choice of targets. There's something else I need to ask.
Okay.
I came to this hollow because someone I'm searching for sent me its location. And that person was likely being held by the killer as well. Did you happen to see anyone else?
3 survivors exchanged confused glances before shaking their heads at Sharon.
You're not giving us much to go on. At least tell us what kind of person you're looking for. Male or female, what they look like. Can't offer much help without that.
Sorry, I don't have much else to share. Even so, if any of you remember anything else that may be useful, please let me know. This is very important to me. You don't even know who they are, yet you're so determined to find them. Is it really going to be an issue if you can't find this person? Maybe. I've been searching for someone for a long time. They might be the key to achieving my goal.
I see. Whatever happens, I hope you find them. If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Just don't get caught again. How about that?
But please, prioritize your own safety. If the killer is targeting former Defense Force members, there's a good chance they'll come after you again. Stay vigilant.
Of course. Once I've checked out Remembrance Day, I'm locking myself in my room and throwing away the key.
Oh, I don't know, with the lady over there that said that they came in through the door and apparently messed with the food or water or whatever. You don't get much choice out of that. Is my character frozen? Yep, my character is frozen. There we go. Even after questioning those 3 survivors, the clues we have are so far still insufficient. Our goal is to find the missing client. Right now, we only know that he was likely kidnapped by the perpetrator. We have no idea where who the perpetrator is or where they went. Sharon, do you have any ideas? I think the other proxy is right. The information the 3 survivors provided is limited. With our current information, it's hard to deduce whether we should go to the next to find the client. Our clues have run dry, but we still have got something out of it. At least we know some characteristics of the perpetrator: a sadistic sniper with a grudge against the defense force. They're meticulously in planning, avoiding open confrontations, and are obsessed with committing crimes inside the Hollow. With these characteristics, the Hollow coordinates, we might be able to deduce the general area where the perpetrator operates, as well as potential base where they might have placed the kidnapped victims. That would take quite a lot of time. Yes, and while we're narrowing down the search, the perpetrator might continue committing more crimes. Sharon seems somewhat agitated. The lack of clues plunges you all into silence. As you're about to accept reality and start organizing the current clues to narrow down the search, the door to the video store suddenly opens. Someone's here, Belle. I think it's Shepard. He's at the counter. The intelligent broker might have something important to tell us. Proxy, let's talk to him first. You bring Shepard to the room where you can talk.
Phaethon, you've already been to the Hollow and made it back safely?
Yes. Take a moment to catch your breath.
Did you run all the way here? Do you need a moment? We've already been to the Hollow, but unfortunately, we haven't found the client yet.
Yeah, they're still missing. Missing. Why are you messing with me also? Face ID.
I'm fine. Did you find any clues there?
We found dead bodies.
There are traces left behind. Signs of a kidnapping. It's very likely the client was involved.
Ask Shepard why you rushed over.
It seems the client was kidnapped, brought to the Hollow, and later moved again. We are still looking for clues, but...
No clues! No clues!
Did you find anything?
Well, just take a look for yourself.
Shepard shows his phone, and about 10 minutes ago, missing client sent him another location on Knock Knock. There are no other messages.
I checked a map of New Eridu. This spot, it's another Hollow entrance.
This feels off.
We've been chasing dead ends with absolutely no clues, and now one just appears out of nowhere? Something smells fishy here.
A trap! A trap!
I'm sure it's just a disappearance for now, and nothing more serious has happened, right? If that's the case, the situation is still manageable, no matter how shaky the clue is.
Still manageable. Okay.
Just be careful. Any casualties, and this will become something beyond our control. At that point, stop the commission and contact me. I'll bring in some professional Hollow experts to deal with the situation.
Cool. Shepard hurries out. Again. You turn to Sharon, who seems unsettled. Has she held back the full truth from Shepard to avoid having the search handed off to someone else?
Thank you for not revealing what really happened to that information broker.
It's nothing, but why?
Don't mention it. But I have to ask, why are you doing this? Calling for help might have been the safest way to handle the situation.
The killer is a sniper who has no qualms about taking lives. Judging by the victim's injuries, it's clear they know how to deal a fatal blow and how to inflict pain without causing death. Most Hollow Raiders lack experience dealing with snipers. If they encounter the killer, it's likely to end in a difficult fight, or worse, casualties. And besides, asking for help from others would only delay the search. The client is at risk right now, so I think we should follow the clues and enter the Hollow as soon as possible to ensure their safety.
What if it's a trap?
I helped you keep this from Shepard, but I have to admit, it's just too dangerous. What if this lead is a trap? Who even knows who's really behind the client's messages anymore?
I understand. I really do. But what if we're late and something happens to the client?
Why is the client so important to you, Charon? Would you be willing to tell us? Are you so set on finding them because they're connected to the person you've been looking for?
The client's true identity might be the very person I've been looking for. And if not, they most certainly have some vital information. Since leaving the military, I've spent years searching for my missing teammates. They were more than just comrades who trusted me with their lives. To me, someone raised as an orphan, they were family. I scoured countless hollows and every corner of New Eridu to find them, but I've never found a single lead. Until I met you and heard that melody on the harmonica. It's called Homecoming. My squad leader composed it. Only our squad knew it. And yet that client of yours not only...
Of course A and B would do something that
also gave you the
geeky, nerdy...
Please, Proxy. This client is the only lead I have left. I'm certain my teammates are still alive. If this trail goes cold, I don't know when I'll get another chance to reunite with them.
If they're alive, they could be related. No trace of them after all these years. Wise's gaze towards you seems to convey such a question, but then thinking about how you're also searching for your teacher, it doesn't seem all that hard to understand. We'll have to tread carefully this.
How anxious you must feel. Let's face this together. But this time, we really need to be extra careful.
Thank you, Proxy. I feel much better knowing I have your support. You can trust me. I'll protect you if the killer is really waiting for us in the hollow. We'll make it out in one piece.
Proxy, if your senses are shared when controlling the bamboo, does it mean that the pain is shared as well? Pain is shared as well. Then I won't let that perpetrator lay a single scratch on this bamboo. If a fight breaks out, stay right behind me. Now, although we promised Sharon to investigate the hollow, I still feel the clues appearing at the moment are indeed somewhat suspicious. I'll be careful! I hope nothing bad happens. Oh, something bad's fucking gonna happen. We all know it. You all know it.
This is the path I follow. Strike! Ooh, we really... The stage will be mine! Looks like there's something here. Is this a communicator?
Proxy, look at this. A communicator left right at the hollow's entrance.
Could the communicator for?
Communicator here. It doesn't look like it was randomly left behind.
There's hardly any dust on its surface, which means it was only placed here recently. It looks like someone wants us to use it.
Then I won't.
Ah, such decisiveness.
Hello,
Following random location info without even thinking twice. I'm glad, Sniper.
Hi, Maddox! Who are you?
Who are you? And by Sniper of Liar Squad, are you referring to Charon?
Sniper. Or should I say Charon now? Haven't you shared your past with our dear Proxy? If introductions aren't your strong suit, I'd be happy to show you how. You can call me Grim Vulture, the one behind this string of murders. You see, I've been working my way down a list, crossing off names. And now, of Liar Squad, your name is next.
Somebody's watched too many, you know, Saw things.
You've done your homework on me. Just because my presence interfered with your plan, you've decided to take me out for good?
I thought you were just going to be another obstacle in my way. And now, with you in my sights...
Who's the bitter sniper? Is that what it's gonna be?
Destiny.
I'm not sure what you're referring to, but I'm looking for someone. Given that you're waiting at the hollow entrance they shared, I'm guessing you have them. If you hand them over, perhaps we can make a deal.
Sharon suddenly dodges to the side, raising her gun and fires, using her body to shield Eos. In the next instant, a bully... Well, they are bullying! A bullet flies past her and hits the ground. Her shot flew into the direction, and it's only thing for certain, it didn't hit Grim Vulture.
So your version of making a deal is stalling for time to locate me and lining up your shot? Can't say I'm surprised. After all, that's exactly what I plan to do too.
Fun.
You seem to have rather unique eyes. But you'll never get the chance.
But they didn't want to say special eyes. You're special eyes.
Counter sniping than me.
Seems talking won't resolve this. But I'm not averse to using force.
Now that's the spirit. If you're looking for someone, why not search the hollow for clues? Providing you can survive both my attacks and those of the ethereals, of course.
I mean...
Oh, and I've prepared a little gift for all your trouble. I hope you still have that determined look on your face after seeing it.
If I don't like it, it's not a gift.
Watch out for Grim Vulture taking shots from afar. The stage is mine. Is there nothing we can do?
I mean, there might not be either.
Take the mic. I found a box. Something.
Creepy box getting us. You have a bad feeling opening will ask for trouble. Glance at Sharon beside you is fallen silent. Clearly, she's having the same feeling right now. She says you can go there. Sharon, wait, don't open it. Opens the box anyways. A blood-stained, tattered military cap, carelessly crumpled and stuffed into the corner of the box. Though the owner's identity remains unknown, the message conveys only means one thing: death. Don't touch in the box. Sharon reaches out and picks up the military cap from the box, her fingers tracing its shape, her lips tremble. I'm okay, Proxy. If my sense of touch isn't deceiving me, this appears to be the outfit of my former teammate or a replica of it. So this is a surprise Grim Vulture mission I see now. Let's keep moving, Proxy. Sharon goes silent, and yet as she chambers another round, she sends her hands trembling slightly, while her grip grows even stronger.
You still remember
Hi, Ming!
Box, right? Your loyal teammate's cap, the one Styx always wore.
Good luck on your way home from school!
Curious as to how he died? I'll tell you. He took his own life. Though it wasn't much different from being offed by ethereals.
Shot. But my song moved everyone. Fine.
Ethereals had almost completely taken over his body. He was being corrupted, covered in ether crystals.
Nah. I ever feel like some bad guys just like to hear their voices? Just throwing that out there. I just have that feeling.
He didn't want to become an ethereal, so he raised the cannon he was oh so proud of, with just one last shell inside.
Are you trying to make me mad? It's not working, actually.
Pressure ether tank, and a lot of ethereals have already been drawn to it.
We did it, Proxy. Let's keep moving.
Second box intimates an yum-yum-yumness aura. That unsettling stench seems to warn you that contents, just like the previous box, will give you an absolute wretched experience. Sharon's breathing grows heavy. She stands still for several seconds, seemingly trying to control her emotional turmoil. Sharon, don't push yourself. Finally, she opens the box. A pair of blood-stained, tattered military gloves lie twisted in the center of the box. It's clear whoever placed them here hadn't just tossed them in carelessly. They'd been deliberately arranged with malicious intent. Sharon picks up the gloves, once again feeling their contours and icy touch. Her lips turn pale. Just as I thought. These are from one of my squad mates, too. Sharon. Let's keep moving, Proxy. Follow this route. Should lead us to Grim Vulture's hideout. I'm fine. Sharon picks up her weapon again, but there's an unmistakable tremor of unease in her voice.
Acheron's favorite gloves. It wasn't easy getting my hands on them.
Acheron? Really? Acheron?
As expected of such a famous, beautiful commander, even her glove.
Acheron is hot, yes.
Such a pity. In the end, both her hands were missing. Oh, don't you think that's a shame, little sniper?
No, she just got transported to a different universe.
Time to pin
In the HoyoVerse. Though there's no thing that has them.
But they could no longer hold the sword. Ethereal's gnawed off her arm, and part of her leg as well.
Acheron of this world. HoyoVerse.
But she still had some backbone. She stood tall, even in death.
Port in position.
She died from multiple fatal wounds. Even the most beautiful doll will wither without protection, won't it?
I mean, she's trying to annoy me with her voice.
Do you think I'm telling the truth or a lie this time?
About what?
How long
Sorry,
do
I
you
wasn't
intend to
listening.
keep up this game of cat and mouse?
I have a beautiful sight right before me. I'm good with just paying attention to that.
Wipe that smile off your face and wait. Wait and see what I'm going to do.
Wow. Good reaction. Hurry up, then. I've got one final surprise location for you.
Strange eye-catching box. I mean,
Figured out the route to get to me. That's right. The surprise is at the end of the road.
I wouldn't call this eye-catching. Third box. You grab Charon's hand, try to stop her from opening it, but she lifts the box content lid almost mechanically. The third box contains a blood-stained corner of a clothing and a severely damaged piece of engineering equipment, also stained with blood. Charon picks them up, her fingers trembling, feeling their shapes. She doesn't speak neither about what her plans for pursuing Grim Vulture, nor about which of her companions these items belong to, until the communicator in her hands begins ringing again with Grim Vulture's voice.
Congratulations! You found the third box. Inside is... Who was it again? Oh, right. A piece of bloodied fabric, some Kakaitis' clothes, and some damaged engineering gear stained with Leafy's blood.
Uh-huh.
There weren't enough boxes, so I had to cram them together. They're just a medic and an engineer. Not exactly combat material, right? Surely you're not mad, are you?
Sharon's face turns deadly pale. She silently picks up the bloodied items from the box, her spirit visibly shaken by the weight of these ominous relics. Enough.
Enough already! Using her squad mates, her family to mentally torture her? That's vile. How much longer are you planning on doing this?
As long as she can.
Oh dear, did I go too far? Oh, my sincerest apologies. It's just watching you plunge headfirst into my trap. I've gotten a bit carried away, you know?
Joker, you are not.
Relax. The person you're looking for isn't here. And those are just fakes. I didn't actually take them from her comrades. Her comrades are long since corpses in the hollow, after all. How could I possibly have gotten hold of their clothes?
A surge of rage threatens to drown all thoughts. Just as you're about to retort, a crisp gunshot rings out. Charon's shot is clean and decisive, carrying an unmistakable intent to kill. From the response on the other end of the communicator, it seems she missed her target.
Oh, a decisive strike to be sure. But as I've already said, your awareness, sight, and experience mean nothing in front of a more skilled sniper.
I didn't expect to kill you so easily. There was a subtle change in your ether fluctuations the moment I fired. That was all I needed. You knowing my past makes me feel sick. But after seeing that you're just a coward who feels fear from another's killing intent, it doesn't bother me as much anymore.
Coward, you say? How fascinating. You were little more than a hollow shell before. But when you your teeth, you started looking somewhat respectable.
Can we just shoot her to shut her up, please?
I know your composure is nothing more than a facade. You've never truly faced the weight of your comrades' deaths, have you? I bet your mind is now filled with their dying screams.
Charon and I both believe her squad is still alive. You can drop the act. Why are you so fixated on Charon? Just because she used to be in the defense force? She has nothing to do with your target.
Nothing to do with it? Then why don't you go ask her about it? What surprises me more is you actually believe her teammates are still alive. Don't tell me she dragged you into all this danger.
Well, one of them is Anby, but
Shut up.
If she won't tell you, I will. Those so-called alive squad mates of hers went missing during the fall of the old capital. I'm sure you know exactly what that means.
I mean, we're trying to look after the legacy of our teachers, so...
Fell, countless Defense Force soldiers were either killed by ethereals or became them. The surviving soldiers, struggling to defend themselves, never had the opportunity to carry their comrades' bodies out of HoyoVerse.
Cool.
Obviously, her squad mates, the members of Liar Squad, were among the dead. But since their bodies were never found, she insists they're still alive. Even going as far as to deceive her own proxy. It's laughable.
I mean...
I didn't lie to the proxy. They're alive. I have proof. Someone like you could never understand.
I could never understand? You think it's hard to understand your childish thought process? If you really have solid proof, why not tell me? Come on, let's hear it.
I mean, first of all, you don't deserve it.
My eyes. I lost nearly 90% of my vision during the fall of the old capital. But in return, I gained the ability to see what others can't. Every second of every day for years, I've seen my squad mates. Not as fleeting shadows, but vivid and lifelike. They've never disappeared. They're alive, waiting for me to find them. Why else would I have been given these eyes?
That's your proof? Did you hear that? Proxy hiding in the bamboo. She spent years chasing after people who couldn't possibly exist, all because of some ghostly visions.
Okay, and?
You'd rather believe those visions of your teammates are real-time projections than accept that they're dead. What if I told you the way I described their deaths before was the absolute truth? Will you finally face reality? Or will you keep fooling yourself, believing in ghosts? Keep deceiving yourself. Because that's how you survive.
I mean, it helps her survive, so...
lying to myself. I really
want to find your squad mates who have been missing for years and were officially declared dead? You couldn't protect them when the old capital fell, and now you're just making up stories to fool yourself.
Can we shut her up, or them up, or whatever?
Give yourself some so-called reason to go on. You latch on to any stupid excuse. You're just a selfish, naive coward who did nothing and couldn't do anything when your comrades were dying.
That sounds more personal than, like, you're projecting. Charon stands there speechless. Grim's vulture's relentless verbal assault has clearly struck home. The little colors briefly return to her face, drains away, leaving her visibly shaken, unable to muster a single word in rebuttal.
Giving up already? At least you've got a shred of dignity left. Nothing disgusts me more than a useless hypocrite. Enough of this. Time to die, coward.
Charon is not a coward?
Charon is not a coward. Someone who'd enter perilous hollows just to find what they seek. Someone who'd play music to console a dying soul, despite the pain in their eyes, is anything but a coward. At the very least, she's far braver than a criminal like you, who hides in the shadows, enjoys torture torturing others and is constantly in fear of being caught.
Proxy,
Your proxy sure has a way with words. I won't waste any more.
Oh, good. Thank you. You're wasting all of our time here.
I've completed analysis of the surrounding fissures. Charon, snap out of it. We can use that fissure to escape.
Fissures? When did you... Still trying to play tricks.
With no hope of a counterattack, you practically dragged Charon, turning to run towards the fissure that had escaped Vulture's notice. Just as the bullet was about to strike, you managed to escape through the fissure. Escape from the hollow and return to the video store, bringing along Sharon, who's lost all the will to fight. She's more traumatized than you imagined, repeatedly touching her eyes, silent and distant.
Charon, do you want some hot cocoa? I'm sure you're exhausted after such a tough fight. You should get some rest.
thanks, but I'm fine.
Don't let Grim Vulture get to you.
Listen to Grim Vulture. They'd say anything to get under your skin. Once we start doubting the truth, we've fallen into their trap.
No, Proxy. I think Grim Vulture has a point. Maybe it's all just in my head.
I mean, everything is all just in your head when you really think about it.
Grim Vulture left. When I touched them, I was reminded of the day the old capital fell. I felt the same sensation when I touched an injured comrade. I tried to shake off that feeling, but the truth is, I can't stop thinking about the possibility that all my squad mates are dead.
Would you be willing to share more? What really happened to you and Liar Squad on the day the old capital fell?
That day, in the first hour HoyoZero started expanding. Defense Force HQ thought it was just a normal Hollow disaster, and thought they could suppress it with the standard amount of troops.
Yeah, except no.
Liar Squad was among the first troops sent there. Before we left, our superiors promised reinforcements would be on the way to support us in combat, so we didn't need to worry too much about facing the Ethereals.
Yeah.
Soon after we began the mission, we realized things weren't going to go like we thought. The Ethereals came at us like an endless tide. The Hollow expanded beyond control, and more importantly, the reinforcements never came. The Defense Force troops outside the Hollow soon realized this was no ordinary disaster. HoyoZero was devouring Eridu at horrifying speed. The reinforcement plan was called off. The promised troops retreated.
Okay.
Honestly, even if they had come to help, it wouldn't have changed anything. I watched as members of the advanced force around me died one after another, or were corrupted into ethereals. Our squad slowly lost the strength to maintain formation. I was a weak point in our formation. An ether shot fired by an ethereal hit my eyes, corrupting them. Because of that and several other wounds, I shortly lost consciousness. I'm not sure how long I was out, but just before losing my vision, I briefly regained consciousness.
Isn't that thing from the Hollow we've seen?
Standing in front of me, looking back. When I woke up again, I was already back at base. The higher-ups detonated the Shiryu pillars, and finally managed to bring HoyoZero under control. I don't know who rescued me from the Hollow, but none of my squad mates had made it out. For some reason, the image of my squad mates being the last thing I saw has stayed in my mind. It must be some kind of sign. A sign that they're still alive. Don't you think?
Trauma?
They must have continued fighting after I fell unconscious. Eventually getting lost in some hollow and losing contact with the main force. Left to wander between the various hollows of New Eridu. That must have been what happened, right?
I mean...
The Defense Force? Civilians? No one believes me. So I decided to find them myself. The reason behind these eyes. It's got to be to guide me to finding them still alive. Am I wrong, Proxy? Are these eyes pointless? I knew that's what you thought. Interpreting what my eyes see as proof my squad mates are still alive is just wishful thinking.
But it could also say that, you know, you stick together.
Really gone. Why would I have been given these eyes, which bring nothing but pain? If they're truly no longer alive, how can I apologize to them in person? Tell them I'm sorry. Sorry for being so weak.
They died so you could live.
Their faces are all so blurry. I can't see their expressions. I can't even bear to look at them. If their final look at me was filled with resentment and disappointment, I wouldn't know how to handle it.
Oh, Charon's hand.
Listen to me. Even if everyone else thinks you're wrong, Wise and I will never dismiss your determination to find your squad mates. You don't need to make any justifications, because someone close to us is missing too, and we desperately hope she's still alive. Even if the whole world doesn't understand, we will never give up.
Never surrender!
But I also think being consumed by this obsession, unable to move forward, that's not what those who matter to us would want.
Yep.
Belle is right. Listen, Charon, you're such a kind person. Maybe that's why you feel responsible for protecting everyone and blame yourself when you can't do enough. But you don't have to carry it all on your own.
We'll be there to support you.
Right now, the best thing you can do is trust us. We can be sure that Vulture hasn't killed the client yet. As long as we have that lead, there's still hope. We'll support you. No one can dismiss your determination or will. No matter how things turn out, we'll stand by your side and we'll face it together.
Okay.
Proxy, thank you. I feel better now. At the very least, I want to keep investigating. I'm not just going to stop here.
And there's the cue for Shepard to start running this direction. Or calling. The tension easing the time to discuss the plan forward. Just then the phone rings.
Sorry to disturb you at this hour. Did you go investigate that new holo? How's it going? Oh, never mind. The client just shared a new location.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you don't give a fuck. Just give me the location.
They're pretty eager, huh? Which holo is it this time?
No, it's not a holo. If I'm reading this right, this location is Scott Outpost.
Scott Outpost? Isn't that managed by the Defense Force?
I mean, the whatchamacallit day.
What's Grim Vulture up to?
They're gonna, I don't know, explode something. I don't know. Death, destruction, mayhem. The usual.
It's Remembrance Day. Don't you recall what
Independence Day!
They're holding an event right now, and the place will be open to the public.
So I'm being lured.
So, they're not trying to lure us into a holo this time. What's the deal? Are they trying to taunt us?
They're trying to kill other people.
Whether it's a provocation or a trap, I'm not missing any chance to face Grim Vulture. Proxy, will you go with me?
I'm surprised this kind of feels like they should official Remembrance Day has been scheduled for tomorrow morning, meaning the owner is still cannot freely enter Scott Outpost today. Under arrangements, Charon spends the night at the store. Next morning, Belle, you'll be heading the outpost with Charon soon. Did you sleep well last night? To be honest, I didn't sleep much. Actually, me too. The thought of the past kept me up, especially those related to Charon. I didn't manage to fall asleep until late. What I was gonna say is, I know military bases to some degree, and if we've been there on whatever day, Remembrance Day or whatever, they've probably already got have them in their database. And the fact that when we appeared to them before earlier in the game, and they didn't recognize us or have anything really on us. Oh, Charon is already waiting for you in this parking lot. I wonder what she's feeling now. Please take good care of her, Belle. You to me. Good morning, Proxy. Did you sleep well last night? Yes, I did. Sorry, Proxy, for losing my composure in front of you yesterday. I think I've gotten my mood back in order now. Stare. It seems I cannot hide it from you, Proxy. I'm sorry. I think I'm still struggling to process the sadness and unease. I'm not sure where I should go from here. Take your time to unravel your confusion. Hey, Rose! Yeah, you're right. Instead of continuing to suffer, it's better to reach out and grasp all the hope we can find around us. Maybe things will eventually change. Let's go, Proxy. Today we're attending Remembrance Day as ordinary citizens, so we can't carry any weapons. Will you be taking off the weapons that are all the fuck over you? I suppose Grim Vulture won't be foolish enough to make a move inside a military stronghold, but they are a sniper. They'd be sniping from a distance. Let's keep an eye out when we're there. I believe we should be able to find new clues. Go. You arrive at Scott's outpost with Sharon. Many of the citizens have come to Remembrance Day. They must be the relatives of those who gave their lives during the fall of the old capital. For some reason, after coming here, Sharon has been acting a bit strange. I am exhausted, tired. I, had a hard time waking up. But that's because all the nice bits that is the storm kept me up. And then we had a power outage. So I'm kind of glad I ended my stream when we did. Proxy, can we explore this place later? What's wrong? No, it's nothing. Stare. Alright, I'll say it. It seems there are some familiar faces here. Wouldn't it be nice to meet them? I don't think I can face them. If I'm not mistaken, they should be the family members of my teammates. I don't know how I should face them. You'll have to face them sooner or later, won't you? I know, but I'll be there for you. Then it's a deal. I'll go and talk to them. Proxy, you don't have to say anything. Just stay by my side and give me the courage to speak. I'll be your girlfriend. I don't mind being your girlfriend. Are you Alan Acheron's brother? How do you know? Who are you? Wait, your eyes covered. So you're Acheron's sole surviving teammate. I remember you. We met once after the fall of the old capital. After that, I didn't hear anything about you again. I never expected to meet you here. This plushie? It's Acheron's favorite plushie. She always kept it in the most prominent spot in her room. I brought it along here as if bringing my sister's shadow to participate in Remembrance Day. I'm sorry, Mr. Allen. You don't need to apologize. I still remember the time when my sister came home excitedly telling me that a shy new girl joined the squad. That girl didn't speak much, but she was beautiful in battle. That is the happiest I've ever seen her. To her, you were a presence that inspired admiration and a desire not to fall behind. A beautiful soldier who gave her the drive to keep moving forward. You don't have to apologize to me. If my sister were here, she'd surely say the same thing. Please don't mind me too much. The Defense Force has made a lot of preparations for Remembrance Day event. Please, take your time here. Another dear... you without your side, Mom and Dad miss you so much. Attention. Never forget what happened. Roland's just being Roland. Ethel. My son, can you see me now? I'm doing well. My legs and feet are fine. I just miss you so much. Excuse me, are you Coitus's mother? Oh, you are? I recognize you. I saw you once in the military camp after the fall of the old city. You're my son's teammate. One of the survivors. I've been waiting to get in touch with you over the years to see how you've been. But I never heard from you. I guess I didn't expect to meet you here at the Remembrance Day. I guess this is fate. Miss Ethel, your health is still... I'm in good health, fortunately. Everything is fine. Although I'm the only one left in the family. The pension from the government is enough, and I still have some years left in me. I'm sorry. Child, you don't need to apologize. My son may appear carefree on the surface, but he always felt so much pressure. One day he suddenly told me he had found a companion who truly understood him. I believe he was talking about you. How could I possibly blame you, someone who helped my son? It's such a blessing. You, a kind-hearted person, are alive and standing here today. I'm so glad. Miss Ethel, Child, don't worry about me. Since you're here for Remembrance Day, take your time to walk around and look around. I hope you find something meaningful. Wait a minute. That eye covering, that blonde hair. Could you be my husband, Styx's teammate? Styx, are you Miss Sally, Styx's wife? Yes, my daughter and I came to attend Remembrance Day. The last time I saw you was right after the fall of the old capital. I never expected to see you again here today. Your daughter, is this your daughter Zita? Mom, who is she? Zita, this is your dad's comrade from the Defense Force. Every time he went into battle, she would be there to protect him. To protect him, comrade? If that's so, why didn't you protect my dad during the fall of the old capital? Why did you let him die and make him unable to come back to me? Zita! I'm sorry. I couldn't protect him. I'm sorry. Don't listen to what Zita is saying. She doesn't understand. We've never blamed you. Please don't say that. Zita, you can't say such hurtful things. Apologize right now. Why should I apologize? She survived, but Dad didn't. Isn't that the truth? If it weren't for her abandoning him, Dad could have come back safely. Enough. You don't know what happened back then. Miss Sally, I don't think she's wrong. Please don't think that way. I'll make sure to bring her to apologize to you later. I need to explain to her what really happened. I'm really sorry. Please, don't let us keep you. Go and explore Remembrance Day even from now. Please remember, all your comrades, including my husband, would want you to see the hope they left behind. To your surprise, many relatives of the deceased Lyre squad members are here for the Remembrance Day event. Is this really just a coincidence? No, it is not. As you ponder this question, the relatives have gathered in front of Charon.
Miss, I'm sorry for being mean to you before. Mom told me you were protecting Dad until the very last moment before you passed out. I shouldn't have said you left him to die.
I'm really sorry. Zita was really young when it happened, so she was too little to understand, and I haven't really talked about it. I hope she didn't upset you.
No, she was right. If only I'd been strong enough to take down most of the ethereals. Maybe they wouldn't have ended up in that situation.
Game's trying to emotional me. Game's trying to emotional me!
Oh, that's not fair. The old capital was falling. No single person's strength could ever be the deciding factor in the face of a disaster like that.
In spite of it all, you survived. If they were still here, I'm sure they'd see that as something to celebrate.
I've always known the truth. I failed to protect them. A weakling like me survived, and the rest of them disappeared without a trace. This isn't solace. It's the worst possible outcome.
Sometimes in life you have to deal with that.
That's something I can't face. I've never had the courage to tell you I couldn't protect your loved ones. All I can do is wander New Eridu, hoping to find some trace of them. Even after all this time, I still haven't accomplished anything. I'm sorry.
You really don't know us at all. This isn't the worst possible outcome by any means. Styx, my husband, and all his comrades who lost their lives, each one of them left behind their own legacy. Just look all around you. Everyone standing before you is a legacy they protected that is carried on to this day. After my husband passed away, Zita and I received survivor benefits. And with all the odd jobs I've been doing, we've managed to get to where we are today. Styx always wanted our daughter to study art, and Zita's interested in it too. Now, that dream has become a reality. She just got accepted into the art school in Janus Quarter.
No.
Mom and I have our tough days, but I often think of Dad's cheerful laughter, and that memory gives me the strength to keep pushing through. One day, it'll all pay off, just like it has now.
Thank you for always being by my husband's side, even at the very end.
Well, I suppose you must have heard about my condition from my son?
Ethel, Kakaitis used to tell me about you. He often took leave or skipped work to earn extra money by part-timing, or to care for you when you were sick in bed.
Yes, that's true, but I bet he never told you my illness became so bad that I needed major surgery, and he worked his tail off to raise the money. Who would have thought he would pass before me?
No parent should bury their child.
His death for the surgery, and that's the only reason I'm here today. In a way, his passing allowed my life to continue. Every time I think about it, I feel like I need to keep my body healthy and live a few more years.
Game, stop for the field!
I believe he can sense them from somewhere far away. When I was too weak to take care of him, it was you and your comrades who stayed by his side. Thank you for everything that you've done.
Stop it!
As for me, well, I'm currently working as a fashion designer.
A fashion designer? Is that because of Acheron?
It is. I'm sure you remember how much she loved beautiful things. She was always into fashion, so I decided to become part of that world. That way, she can always be with me. I admit I had no idea how fun fashion design could be until I actually gave it a shot. I wish I'd figured that out sooner. We would have had so much more to talk about.
No.
Anyway, I'm planning to start my own fashion brand next year. She used to say that after retiring from the army, she wanted to pursue fashion design. I really want to carry on her dream. It feels like my life's purpose. You know, she used to talk about you when she came home for the holidays. How your rivalry pushed her to keep improving. So, thank you. I'm proud of my sister. And I'm proud of you, too.
As you can see, all of us have made it to this day, carrying the will of those we loved. So please don't say they left nothing behind. They've always been a part of every pain and joy we've experienced over the years. Please remember, everything and everyone in New Eridu is only here today because you all risked your lives in battle.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
She's blushing.
It's been wonderful to hear about how you're all doing.
I know I'm supposed to make jokes at this point, but I'm not making jokes, so shut up.
I decided to come here on Remembrance Day.
Speaking of which, I wasn't expecting to see any of you. What brings you here today?
I could ask you the same thing, Ethel. Last time I asked, you said you weren't coming. I only came because I suddenly got a DM from Nathan. He said he really wanted me to be here.
I'm here because of Nathan's message, too. He was pretty insistent, so I thought he'd be here. But I've been looking around for a while now. I still haven't seen him.
So it's the same for all of us. I responded to his message, but he never wrote back. Isn't that strange?
Sorry, but who's this Nathan you're talking about?
Nathan is Lethe's younger brother. Frankly, out of all of us, he's probably the one who wants to see you the most. He used to be part of the defense force himself, and...
The day the old capital fell, his squad was responsible for supporting the forces that had already entered the Hollow, which included all of you. He's told us that story so many times. When they saw how bad things were in that Hollow, some of the reinforcements called off their plans and pulled back. He tried to stop them, but there was
Nathan!
He always blamed himself and wanted to find you to apologize. But the truth is, the reinforcements retreating was inevitable. Shortly after their retreat, headquarters issued the official order. We all lost someone in that disaster. And for a while, we resented the reinforcements for their decision. But over time, we came to understand it, and we eventually let it go. There was no
Let
avoiding
it go.
casualties in that battle. In hindsight, it wasn't wrong for headquarters to prioritize saving their strength.
I guess.
May I ask what the name of Nathan's squad was when he was in the defense force?
The Impera squad of the Obsidian Division. Is something wrong?
Nothing. It's just... I think I might have stumbled upon the answer I was looking for.
After the 4 family members paid their respects and left, they continued touring the Remembrance Day. Charon stood there in a daze, seemingly having understood something. At that moment, a sound came from the open space in front of the outpost. It seemed someone had stepped onto the podium, and the citizens all gathered at the podium preparing to listen to the person's speech. According to the schedule for Remembrance Day, it should be time for a representative of the retired Defense Force veterans to give a speech. It looks like that speech is about to begin. I feel a bit concerned, Proxy. Could we go over and listen to the speech for a moment? Is someone about to be shot?
Is that Zoe on the podium?
Is she here to speak on behalf of the soldiers?
Is she here to speak for the soldiers? That seems fitting. She's cut medals after all. But I don't see Jesse or Aaron anywhere. Didn't they come?
Everyone please, quiet down. Zoe
You're dead.
of Nemesis Squad, a representative of the veterans, will now deliver the Remembrance Day speech.
Hello, everyone. I'm honored to stand here and speak on behalf of all of the soldiers of the Defense Force. Today, we gather to commemorate Remembrance Day, a day born from the tragedy of the old capital's fall. Many of us lost relatives or friends in the disaster, and I am no exception. Every member of my squad perished in that battle, leaving me as the only survivor. Losing the friends you cherish to the Hollow is a pain that never fades. It's a sorrow that will stay with us, now and forever. However, to the families of the fallen soldiers, hold your heads high with pride for your loved ones who gave their lives. They fought to the very last moment when the old capital fell. Death isn't the end, nor dishonor. It is their eternal medal. They gave their lives facing an unstoppable disaster.
I mean, we stopped it in the end. I mean, not completely, but I mean...
In doing so, they fulfilled their duties as soldiers to perfection. Without the blood they spilled, Eridu would not have endured, and new Eridu would never have risen from the ashes. In honor of the wishes of the departed, look ahead, people of New Eridu. Our thoughts and remembrance of those
Your voice keeps going in my mind.
Flicker of candlelight,
Remind me.
and in every bouquet of flowers.
Can't place it though right now. Zoe's speech is met with a wave of prolonged applause. Yet amidst the claps, she drops her head, an expression darkening. She stays silent, waiting for the applause to fade before lifting her gaze and scanning the crowd. Her eyes pause briefly on Charon, carrying it.
My speech was meant to end here, but since you all seem quite engaged, please allow me to share a little more. The reason you all agree with what I've said is because it offers a way to step away from the pain. That's what the living do. They seek ways to ease the weight of others' deaths, so they can find a way to start over. This is the new Eridu of today. A huge disaster consumed the old capital, and the people who survived keep saying things like, treasure the moment and start fresh to numb themselves, hoping to forget the nightmare. No one talks about the soldiers who gave their lives in HoyoVerse. No one asks why they had to die. The brave gave their lives battling the ethereal onslaught, while the weak survived. This is a new Eridu, built by weaklings. Its order founded upon their
eye roll.
Your applause makes me realize you all accept this logic. Each of you had loved ones who sacrificed their lives in the fall of the old capital. And now, you're thankful that someone has encouraged you to move on from them. What meaning does the sacrifice of those who died have if you all choose to forget? Have you never thought about why your own loved ones had to die? And why no one is responsible for their deaths?
Miss Zoe, there's not much time left.
Maintaining order.
Open your eyes! I'm speaking to those who have lost loved ones. If death is the medal for the fallen, then pain is the cross the living must bear. If you fear its weight and run from the suffering, the soldiers will never find peace in their eternal rest. To tear the wound open once again, so you'll never forget the searing pain. That's the real meaning of Remembrance Day.
I thought it was killing aliens. I thought it was killing aliens!
I don't agree.
Charon, I didn't expect you to be here for Remembrance Day. How are things going with your search? Seems like you have something to say.
I mean, she did say I don't agree.
Among the people standing here, there's a woman who raised her daughter with the survivor benefits left by her husband. Another who's been able to carry on with her life thanks to the final efforts of her child. And yet another who's found purpose because of the influence of his late sister. The will of the deceased lives on in every person here. The soldiers who died during the fall of the old capital fought for this. The future that their loved ones are making for themselves now. The old me might have agreed with what you said, but someone taught me that pain and hardship can lead to hope. They helped me see that hope could be inherited, not just destroyed when life fades. That's why I believe the departed didn't leave us wounded or with a heavy cross to bear, but with a melody. Each of us holds a harmonica that plays the melody of life. At first, it may sound awkward, but it will eventually flow smoothly, taking on our own style, until it merges with our soul.
You seem quite certain about what you're saying. Tell me then, what kind of melody is left behind by those we've lost?
I'm not sure. I can't picture the exact melody, but I trust the answer I've chosen. And I trust everything I've seen and heard.
A vague and insubstantial answer, isn't it?
I mean, so is what you were saying too.
I was right about you, Charon. From the moment we met, I knew we'd never really understand each other.
I also made a comment about your voice.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Everyone, I apologize for taking up your time. My speech ends here. Please feel free to continue with your visit.
Zoe exists without sparing a single glance back, leaving the audience and defense force in a state of confusion. Sharon looks thoughtfully in the direction she disappeared.
What do you think, Proxy?
Something's off.
Something was definitely off about her just now. And the things she said, I'm starting to get a really bad feeling about this.
You mean about her real identity, right? Looks like we're on the same page.
Whoa!
Shielded by her identity as a decorated soldier, she seemed pretty confident that we wouldn't confront her directly on military ground like at the outpost. She arrived so brazenly and left without a care. If I'm right about this, she'll be trying to contact us again in no time.
Just as she finished her sentence, the phone rings. Shepard appears on the screen. As you answer the video, he seems panicked and anxious to speak, but the moment he sees where the Scott outpost, he swallows back the words and clears his throat instead.
Looks like you're a little busy, so I'll keep it short. The client just sent me a location via Knock Knock, along with a picture of several unconscious, tied-up individuals. I'll send you the location shortly. It should be an entrance to the Hollow in Port Elpis. At this stage, I don't have any further requests. My only hope is that you'll proceed with caution.
I don't know what the word caution means.
A location with a picture of the hostages. Looks like Grim Vulture is losing patience and wants to put an end to all this.
What do you plan on doing?
Charon, what's your plan? With everything that's happened, no matter what you choose, I'll stay by your side till the very end.
Kara doesn't answer right away. Instead, she takes out her harmonica and looks down at it as she's trying to decide. In the end, she tucks her harmonica away.
I've made up my mind. Proxy, please accept my official commission. Help me venture into the depths of the Hollow to rescue the client and any other hostages. It's time to put an end to this. It's up to me to stop Grim Vulture. Stop her from crushing everything in front of her with that heavy cross.
You leave the Remembrance Day event with Charon and returning to the video store, she cleans her firearm multiple times and keeps adjusting her breathing. The showdown is about to begin. Proxy, I thank you for accompanying me this far. In the coming battle, Grim Vulture has likely already set up a stage filled with traps. We may need to brace ourselves for a tough fight. Do you have any strategy in mind? To be honest, there isn't a fully viable strategy. The opponent is a sniper, and I can keenly anticipate the timing and trajectory of each of my shots, dodging in advance. Entering the battlefield with prepared by such a formidable enemy alone, it's foreseeable that she will continuously occupy elevated sniper positions, relentlessly targeting us while we have very few opportunities to land and hit on her. Wouldn't that mean we're easy prey? Theoretically speaking, that's right. In a sniper duel, the one that fails to secure the best vantage point or exposes their position is always the loser, but I believe there's still a chance. In our previous fight, I could sense the pride and impatience of Grim Vulture as a sniper. I'm not sure whether that impatience comes from, but that pride is definitely something we can turn against her. I believe she would never accept the idea of me surpassing her in sniping skills. If I can outmatch her at a critical moment, she'll lose her composure, and that'll be the only instance she exposes a weakness. Proxy, this is the strategy I've chosen. Grim Vulture may indeed be the superior sniper, but I'll suppress her and make this strategy succeed. To win this battle despite the overwhelming disadvantage, please entrust your back to me, Proxy. I need you as my companion to support me. Entrust your back to me as well. Kinky! Yes, I will. I will protect you, so please also provide me with your guidance.
Eradicate all evil. Strike! Is the concert starting?
Is the concert starting? I don't know, is it?
Charon, look!
Rain.
Another communicator.
We just made everything wet.
It's a bad habit for a sniper to be so talkative.
Oh, really? I think it's rather good for my mental health to witness in real time how my target becomes desperate and gives up their struggle.
Do you really still need to disguise your voice? I thought you didn't want to hide anymore, Zoe.
You're right. Seems there's no need for secrecy anymore. I, Zoe, the sniper known as Grim Vulture of send you my regards.
This isn't House Lannister.
Zoe. No. Grim Vulture. You, like me, were one of the advanced troops deployed to suppress HoyoVerse right after the fall of the old capital, right? Noct, Cartes, and Impera squad. So far, all the victims have been members of these squads. They were initially supposed to enter the Hollow to reinforce the advanced troops. Nemesis, your squad, lacking reinforcements, lost everyone except you in the fall of the old capital. You blamed their deaths on the absence of reinforcements and sought revenge on them. That's my conclusion.
Thank you for writing out for me.
Just like me.
Stupid person like me.
The fall of the old capital left you entirely alone.
A sniper, the sole survivor, a mere pawn abandoned by the military. Don't you think we're very much alike?
You and I. No.
The Impera squad member, Nathan, the one you're searching for, he pleaded with me to let him go when I was about to kill him, saying he had to see you no matter what. That's how you caught my attention. I let him live to get all sorts of information on you. I was so curious about you that I even set a trap, disguising myself as a victim to get closer to you.
Yamate?
It turned out we share the same story.
No, we don't. I lost my sight. You didn't. Hi, Haru! And if Drunk Vulture's there with you, we have a Grim Vulture here, who's an evil sniper.
We even got the same PTSD symptoms. After all these years, we still see images of our teammates before they die.
See? Grim Vulture! See? No, she's murdering innocent people.
It's just, you use ridiculous fantasies to numb yourself, chasing after illusions of your squad mates. Well, I can't afford
Brethren.
these nights.
Got it. Okay.
One night, when I was overwhelmed with the unbearable images of my comrades' deaths, vomiting and crying, I finally realized the meaning behind their appearance before me. They were pleading with me, pleading for vengeance against those who abandoned us, begging me to destroy the repulsive, hypocritical new order of New Eridu. So, I carried on their will. I began kidnapping targets and sniping them in the hollow, watching as they became corrupt.
You get to hear her. She doesn't shut up, by the way.
You really think this is what they'd want?
What else? Would they want me to be like you, playing at a game of finding my missing squad mates, accepting their deaths when I'm done playing, and then forgiving the very enemy who killed them?
I mean,
What a noble and virtuous gesture. Forgive on behalf of fallen comrades, coexist with new Eridu's order, and live peacefully among cowards. It's precisely because you and I are so similar that this hypocritical and cruel attitude makes it even harder for me to forgive you.
she also doesn't know when to shut up.
Certain. I must end your life myself to prove I'm right.
That's not how that works, but okay.
That's exactly what I wanted to say to you, too. Because we've suffered the same hardships, I can't accept the path of destruction you've chosen. Jesse, Aaron, Nathan, the client I've been searching for, and any other targets of revenge you've set your sights on. They all feel regret and struggle over the choices they made back then. But you can't see any of that. You didn't target the higher-ups who misjudged the situation, the dangerous ethereals who killed your comrades, or the ones responsible for the fall of the old capital. Instead, you went after the easiest targets. Grim Vulture, as a sniper of the Eridu Defense Force, you have failed in your duty. To preserve the will and hope left by my comrades, I'm going to put an end to your actions right here!
That suits me just fine. A sniper should let the gun do the talking. Make it to the deepest part of the hollow alive, and I'll meet you with nothing but raw malice.
Also, the babes are gonna be wet.
Since you made it here, let me reward you with a few things you don't know.
Like I said, she doesn't know when to shut the fuck up.
Noct, Cartus, Impura, and many other squads.
Okay.
Did you know the reinforcements that were meant to back us up ended up deciding to retreat?
Yes, it has been covered. Yes.
Relying on a show of hands to vote. Isn't that ridiculous?
That's called democracy, bitch.
Our lives were discarded in such an absurd way, like a kindergarten election for class monitor.
Cool. Okay.
So, when I killed them, I employed the same method.
Oh. Okay.
I made the dozen or so people I captured vote on who I should kill first.
Jesse and Aaron, do you have them too? Or are they already...
You still care about them? Or should I say...
Copy.
It looks like I haven't made enough of a threat to your life if you still have the time to worry about them.
Look, bitch, I'm just wandering there. I don't think of you as a threat.
Right. All right, I'll take
the shot.
Why not leave their fate hanging an unsolved mystery?
Sure, whatever.
Okay.
Say, if my lack... I'll say, I'm sure my lack of caring makes you even more mad.
In any case, you stumble into the underworld with your insides spilling out. You'll see the two of them.
But then that's not a suspense of how they are currently.
The wind and rain are picking up.
Cool.
This extreme weather is perfect for sending you to your grave.
No, it's not. I mean, yes. I'm gonna throw this out there really quick. It's extremely awesome for like how tight these clothes are now sticking to my characters, but
The only option.
By the time the rain stops, the only thing left will be your cold.
you know, I thought snipers were supposed to be fucking silent. Just throwing that out there.
You remember the weather on the day the old capital fell?
No, but you will tell me all about it, I'm betting. at this point.
It wasn't heavy rain like now, but the sky was just dark.
Go on.
Both your teammates and mine, they all perished in a place like this.
Yeah, from a Metal Gear Solid.
You made it to the deepest part of the hollow in one go. Ah, such determination deserves praise. Now it's time for the final showdown we agreed on.
But I knew there was a butt somewhere in there, besides the fact that the wet butt I'm seeing right now.
The only way to put it. What sniper would ever confront their enemy head on?
Core. Swift and decisive.
I've prepared a little gift for you.
It's not a gift if I don't want it. Oh, good for you.
It wasn't easy luring it here. You could play with it for a while. As for me, I'll watch you from above. Waiting for the moment to slip up. Then I'll put a bullet right through your heart.
Requiem. This bullet will reach its mark.
Anyways, you done talking?
The real failure as a sniper is the one who's been forced into a corner, like you!
I'm not in a corner, though.
The wind. It's shifting.
I won't fall for your distractions so easily. What?
Bitchin'.
I will surpass you with my own melody of victory.
Damn!
And let the wind be the opening notes.
Karen? No. Wake up.
But one of them is wearing actual body armor.
What's this?
Oh, a harmonica! After the gunshot, the hollow falls silent once more, leaving only the countless biting raindrops, attempting over and over to wash away the sin of blood that oozed from the wounds of the defeated, only to fail time and time again. The loser pays no attention to her mortal wound, only staring at the distant horizon, as though some salvation might be waiting there. Sometime later, the victor has climbed the steel and stands in front of her. They share their last words while the defeated still has the energy to converse.
Just you? Where's your friend, the proxy?
I just think you should be left alone.
The proxy went to rescue the hostages. I want to speak with you alone. A sniper should always monitor the changes to their surroundings, factoring the environment into their tactics. Being blinded by the intent to kill and failing to take this into account was your downfall.
Oh, good that you're rubbing it in her face.
To be lectured by a youngster. What a disgrace.
I think you're the same fucking age.
When my view was blocked, I realized you'd used the visual blind spot to reposition. So I adjusted my aim accordingly. But I still couldn't hit you.
Your prediction and accuracy were spot on. I was just saved once again by this. By both this harmonica and by my former comrades.
Are you trying to say that this is destiny?
No, I think it's Nathan, the one that was doing it.
Me? I lost to the wave of ethereals, to the military's betrayal. And now I lose to your reckless actions, driven by some ridiculous fantasy. Your fantasy, your attitude, your very existence, and the outcome of this battle They are the greatest denial and insult to my revenge.
I mean, you're the one that said it.
Yet you're emitting a much calmer ether energy now. Almost as if you found relief.
My vision is fading. I can't see my comrades on the brink of death anymore. My wounds are fatal, but I don't feel any pain. Relief. It's not such a bad thing.
Did you intend for me to kill you from the start?
Let me answer that question with a story. The first time I saw you was actually during the fall of the old capital. My comrades were all dead, and the reinforcements the higher-ups promised before the mission never came. I can't even remember how long the fight went on.
Okay.
Ultimately, I had no choice but to retreat, failing to bring back my squad mates' bodies. I made my way through one battle line after another. The advanced troops were nearly wiped out. But when I reached a certain front, a small squad of survivors called out to me. Few people can still stand after such severe corruption and injury, but all 5 of them were still fighting. They were protecting a girl who had lost her sight and fallen unconscious while searching for a way out of the hollow. They told me they were beyond saving, and if I planned to retreat, I must take the girl with me. I couldn't turn down the last request of a group of heroic soldiers about to die in battle. Your comrades entrusted your life to me. I was the one who brought you out of the hollow.
Yeah, you were so willing to give it up.
You already know what happened afterward. It didn't take long for you to leave the Defense Force after you came to. Just like me, I developed PTSD so intense that sometimes I couldn't even hold a normal conversation. But for me, the hardest blow was the death of my squad. To an orphan like me, they were family. If the reinforcements had kept their word and provided support, they wouldn't have died for nothing. Don't you ever have that thought?
I mean, just because she has it doesn't mean she keeps it.
Say I don't would be a lie. But I think deep down you know. From the moment we stepped into the hollow, there was no way we were getting saved. Given how quickly the hollow was spreading, and the ever-increasing number of ethereals, it would take the sacrifice of countless Defense Force troops to suppress it. It wasn't something that could have been accomplished in such a short time. The reinforcements would have only been a drop in the bucket.
Sorry, I haven't been speaking much on this one. This is a serious one.
Canceling the reinforcements, sending the advanced troops to rescue as many civilians as possible to minimize casualties. I think most commanders would have made the same decision.
Objective and cold logic. I understand it, of course.
No, you don't, really.
The reinforcements living
After all the shit you've done?
Years later, can you still keep your composure? I couldn't. Even if the chance was minuscule, I wanted my squad mates to survive. But they turned that chance to zero, and still have the nerve to embrace a peaceful future.
I mean, the future currently is not very peaceful in New Yardy right now.
Them. By the time I realized what I'd done, I had already taken several lives. Nathan. When I tied him up and was about to kill him, he begged me to spare him, saying he had something to give you, no matter what. That was when you re-entered my line of sight. I think I've said this before. We're very similar, yet we have completely opposite beliefs. After meeting you, I became even more certain.
Yeah, that projection I said earlier.
I chose destruction, while you were destined to choose to protect. But you're still entangled in your obsession with your squad mates. If this continues, you'll eventually sink into a void of despair. Your hope is like a bubble, ready to burst at any moment. The version of you I want to kill is the complete one, who can firmly reject my answer. If you haven't found your answer yet, then I'll be the one to push you forward.
That's a bit egotistical to think that you're worth that in my life.
Kill you, or you and me. Either way works. But after seeing your growth, maybe I'd prefer you to step over my body. That's the final answer.
Why?
Emptiness and doubt.
Why are you projecting it on others,
No matter
huh?
how many targets of my revenge I took down, nothing changed. Aiming my gun at former comrades, drowning in hate and rage, all it left was a hollow emptiness.
Yeah.
You're different. You've gained unconditional trust from the proxy. You have the courage to fight through my trap. And eventually, you'll have a melody that's uniquely yours.
You could have had that too,
My belief
if you...
has faltered. I finally remember. My squad mates were fools, just like you.
Cool. Can you die now?
Right.
This is a long final moment.
I talk about carrying their cross. But in truth, I never carried their will. So be it. Take the hostage and go. A villain stained with the blood of others deserves nothing but a miserable end. I'm looking forward to how long you'll be able to protect those in front of your eyes.
Sharon doesn't leave. Instead, she kneels beside Grim Vulture, picks up the bullet-marked harmonica, and begins playing the melody titled Homecoming. The melody takes over the briefly takes over the roaring downpour, reaching the ears of the Grim Vulture as she lies bleeding out, barely clinging to life. A faint glimmer appears in her empty eyes in a final moment.
It can still be played after taking a bullet. Impressive.
I was thinking that too.
This is my final melody to you. No matter how miserable you've become, I'll still remember you. Remember we once shared the same path in life. But in the end, our paths diverged. Your hatred has long twisted into sin. But if not for you, I wouldn't have learned how to hate, or found the true targets of my hatred. I used to know nothing. My teammates served as my teachers and taught me so much. And I think you must be my final teacher. You taught me, in the most intense way, what hatred truly means.
Really? So you found someone you want revenge against, too. That's good.
The melody of Homecoming plays on as the girl endures the agony of her ocular rejection, struggling to make the harmonica's notes rise above the sound of the rain. As the last note fades amidst the relentless downpour, the defeated one takes her final breath. Yeah, Gabe, you're not gonna make me cry. Shut up! You rescue the kidnapped people, leaving the Hollow, anonymously reporting things to public security, and updates Shepard on the situation. This is a series of tasks that need to be done after such an intense battle leaves you dizzy. After requesting to meet the client with Shepard, you receive a message calling you to Port Ellipse. Proxy, we've arrived at the port. According to Shepard, he, the client, and the rescued Jesse and Aaron should all be here. Let's go talk to them. Sherrod, why do you seem... Proxy, you've noticed. Even though we defeated Grim Vulture, I still can't seem to let it go. Just as I thought, when the winds changed and the falling banner blocked her vision, she could have waited... She could have retreated, waited for her sight to clear, and then resumed sniping. If she had done that, I had no chance of winning. But her pride wouldn't allow her to take an action that implicitly admitted her tactics were inferior. She still chose to engage a shootout with me despite the blind spot. Doesn't this just prove your strategy was successful? But after realizing she actually wanted to die, I started to wonder, was my course of action something she deliberately led me into? I would find a way to break her trap and create an opportunity for a reversal. And she was waiting for that moment, ready to test whether I had truly surpassed her through a direct confrontation. I believe that was her intention. Her feelings must have been very complicated. Proxy, you told me that the Grim Vulture once appeared here at the port, standing by the trash can on the wooden pier, gazing out at the sea. What was she thinking back then, I wonder? Sorry, I was just talking to myself. Well, I didn't happen to talk to her. I didn't come down to the port. Let's go meet the client together. He's still alive and hasn't become another of Grim Vulture's victims. I suppose that's the best news we could have. Although I already understand that the client's true identity is not my teammate. It may not bring the hope I long for. I still want to face him. All right, let's go. Do I talk to people, I guess? Shepard and Jesse seem to be exchanging tips about working on the internet intelligence trade. When he notices you want to talk to Jesse, Shepard cuts the conversation short and moves the spot further away. We meet again. How should I put it? You saved my life again. I really don't know how to thank you enough. Oh. Well, I'm sorry, Ming. I might actually be finished with this stream by then. But good luck on the way home. And congrats on the 7 stream streak. I appreciate. How should I put it? You saved my life again. I really don't know how to thank you enough. Are you okay? Physically, I wasn't hurt much, but my mood is complicated. Being kidnapped by the same person twice. Maybe my intellect isn't really suited for being an information broker. I'm already considering a career change. Looking back now, someone who truly wanted to kill me then and there wouldn't have deliberately knocked me out again and left me to be rescued by you. But at the time, I was just relieved to have survived and never even suspected Zoe. When next stream is Wednesday. And we'll be doing Repo with Haru and Drunk Vulture. I was about to say Grim Vulture, but that's the wrong Vulture. And probably I'll do some, I think, maybe Honkai after that. Then she suddenly showed up at my door claiming to have important information. I was completely unprepared. That's how I ended up being tied up in the hollow for a second time. What happened next? She no longer hid and played the hunting game with me. Instead, stood directly in front of me, pointing her gun at me, and revealed the truth of why she wanted to kill me. The events of the fall of the old capital are something I really don't want to remember. I know I'm a coward. The most critical moment, I chose to retreat along with the rest of the troops, but if you had seen that rapidly expanding HoyoVerse in person, you would have been terrified too. The moment you stepped inside, death was certain. Every soldier present knew that. My actions during the fall of the old capital are a stain on my career in the Defense Force. When I learned Zoe's true identity, I thought that being killed by her would be nothing less than what I deserved. But she didn't kill you. Yeah, no matter how resigned I was, when I was about to be killed, I was still terrified. So I desperately begged for her mercy, but she didn't pull the trigger. I mustered the courage to meet her gaze, only to find her eyes empty. Looking at me as though I was an insect, she raised her gun, emptied the bullets into the ceiling, and walked away. It's meaningless. Those were the last words she said to me. Tell me, back then, outside HoyoVerse, when we judged that our current forces couldn't stop the disaster and chose to retreat, did you really make the wrong choice? I don't know. What's the point of asking you anyways? What's the answer I was hoping to hear from you? Anyways, thank you. At the very least, because of this incident, I'm afraid I'll never forget the nightmare of the old capital's fall. Nor the moment Zoe looked at me with those hollow eyes. It's you. Thank you for saving me. Thank you for finding a soldier who could take Zoe down. Are you okay? My ribs are fractured. I'm here today, barely holding on. Just to thank you in person. I was too foolish. Never even considered the possibility that Zoe was the perpetrator. On the way home from the ballet twins, we walked together. She easily knocked me unconscious from behind and brought me into the hollow again. If I had known earlier she was the perpetrator, I would have killed her right then and there. That friend of yours? Zoe tied me up in a room in the Port Ellipse Hollow and told me her reasons for killing, and was about to shoot me. But all I could think about was that she had kidnapped my friend. I kept questioning her. Back then, outside the hollow, my friend and I were both part of the reinforcement troops. I indeed felt the situation was dire and voted to retreat, but my friend, she voted to go in. Why did you go after her? If you wanted revenge, you should have just killed me. Where is she now? I didn't even care about the gun pointed at my throat, just repeating these few sentences over and over again, until she admitted she had killed my friend. I'll never forgive her, even if choosing to retreat was my mistake, even if she'd carried the pain of losing her companions. I had only one thought: to take her down with me. But you survived. Yes, I couldn't break free from the ropes and couldn't threaten her. All I could do was insult her over and over, begging her to kill me. But she didn't. She pinned me to the ground and beat me half to death, but stopped just before pulling the trigger. I glared at her with hatred, only to find her returning the gaze with even greater hatred. Her face streaked with tears. Why would scum like you even care about their companions? She kicked me twice with all her strength, then left without those words. How many innocent lives has she taken so far? How many families have been torn apart because of her? And she still dares to call me scum. But now she's dead. There's no point in saying anything more. My friend will never come back, and I will never forget the fall of the old capital, nor the series of nightmares that have followed recently. If I could meet her again in hell after I die, then I'll settle with the score with her. Until that time comes, I'll make sure to survive. Anyways, thank you.
So you're the sniper from Liar Squad. It's nice to finally meet you.
Your hair makes me feel like you are not as young as they said. Said the younger brother, right?
And you must be the one who's been searching for me.
Yeah, younger brother.
The younger brother of Lethe. It's good to see you safe and sound.
That's right. I'm sorry for causing all this trouble. I nearly cost you your life, becoming a target of a victim from the fall of the old capital. Maybe that's what I get, not helping my brother and the rest of the defense force back then. When the reinforcements decided to retreat, I spoke out against it. I had family among the soldiers already in the Hollow, but I didn't have the courage to take that step. The one that might have cost me my life. I'm sorry.
You don't need to feel regret or apologize. The outcome wasn't something you could have controlled. You cared deeply for Lethe, and even today you still think of him. To someone like him, who always cherished family, that's more than enough.
Thank you. I heard you've been searching for the members of Liar Squad all these years. I'm nothing compared to your determination. Thank you for everything you've done, but please stop the search. It's time for you to start living a life that's truly your own. I hate to say this as a family member, but back then, they were already...
I know. You don't need to say it. I've been drowning in a fantasy of my own making for years, but it's a fantasy that kept me from falling into the abyss. Nathan, Grim Vulture told me you have something you want to give me. Is that why you commissioned someone to find me?
Yes. After learning about the bond between you and your squad, I knew I couldn't live with myself if I didn't get this to you. So I got on my knees and begged Grim Vulture, even playing this recording for her, hoping it would move her. Regardless of how things unfolded, what matters is that it wasn't destroyed, and I'm here, alive, to hand it to you.
Oh no. My heart, game, really? My heart? No, please. Nathan rummages through his jacket pocket and takes out a slightly worn off tape. That's not a tape, that's a it's a card. Anyways, USB card or whatever. Long sealed recording sparks the series of events that would follow. Years have passed, but the surface shows somewhere. The audio remains pristine, crystal clear as it was recorded yesterday.
I found this while going through my brother's belongings. It's been tucked away for years. There's a recording on it, and I think it's a gift Liar Squad made for you, but never had the chance to give you.
Thank you so much. Do you mind if I listen to it now with the proxies?
With us?
With us? I thought we were just here to collect the commission fee today.
Go ahead. As for the commission fee, I'll pay it to you both shortly, so don't worry about that.
Nathan takes a step back. Sharon looks at her, her lips seemingly trembling slightly. You gently hold her hand, feeling the warmth and strength in her palm. She presses the play button.
Hey, hello? All right, it's a recording. This is a message from Liar Squad for our little sniper.
I guess that's Acheron.
Everyone ready? I'll count down. 3, 2,
god, that's how many years?
Hey, you guys are totally out of sync. Captain, can we redo this? The anniversary gift has to be perfect.
The part of that was cut out. The trigger's big day, the anniversary gift
Our
has to...
assault specialist, Acheron. She has a strong sense of aesthetics, prioritizing beauty in both combat and her daily life. She taught me a lot
Don't
about
get in
makeup
trouble.
and fashion.
Like, don't get in a wreck or anything, Ming, on the way home.
She won't care if we're a little off. Forget the re-record. Let's just get it done and order the cake. We don't want him to sell out.
That's our medic, Kakaitis. He's usually lazy and a bit of a smooth talker, but he's actually very capable and kind. He taught me a lot about unconventional negotiation tactics and ways of handling things.
That's the one with the sick mother.
You two, stop arguing during the recording. I've already ordered the cake. If you keep rambling, we really will have to re-record this. Cut the chatter already.
And that Styx, a reliable artillery specialist. He's the oldest in the squad. He loves sharing photos of his daughter and reminiscing about how he wooed his wife. The way he won her over inspired me a lot.
Oh, really?
Let's all calm down. Wouldn't want to get on the captain's bad side. I mean, Captain, would you like to go first? We can edit.
Legally, you can't drive. Aw.
That's our scout and engineer, Lethe. He's a bit self-conscious because of how his younger brother excels, and he's somewhat introverted. But he's actually very capable. He taught me sharp observation skills, calm execution under pressure, and how to make use of the environment.
Okay, thank you all for settling down before I completely lost my cool. It's fine. No need to cut anything or re-record. Let's just keep it as it is. Loud and messy, just like our liar squad.
That's our captain, who took me in and taught me how to play the harmonica. And the real Charon. I'll make sure to explain properly to you later, Proxy.
Okay.
As you've heard, this recording is a little gift from the 5 of us. How time flies. When I
Wait, that's the voice of
years ago,
my
a
Fox.
shy kid who blushed whenever you talked to someone. Over these 1,000 days, you've really worked hard to keep pace with our fighting rhythm. You've done incredibly well. In the last mission, your successful sniper kill of that high-risk ethereal really helped Acheron.
Of course I don't remember of course Miyabi's voice at all. No, just shut up.
I hate to say it, but yeah, I went too far in last time. Thanks for getting me out of that mess. Just this once, I'll admit, your moves were more elegant in that fight.
And not just that fight. Ever since you became a quicker shot and learned to adjust for wind speeds on the fly, we've been taking fewer and fewer hits. Makes my job way easier. So, cheers.
You often worry about not doing enough. But in these 2.5 years, you've absorbed everything I know about stealth, reconnaissance, and tactical countermeasures. Trust me.
2.5 years. Is that over 1,000 days? I don't know. I'm bad at math.
Having you covering us from the rear makes every fight feel safer. But you still have a lot to learn about socializing and romance. When peace finally comes to Eridu, leave us and live your own life.
Where did that come from? She's not leaving us. Even if she retires, she'll move into my house and I'll spoil her with loads of beautiful clothes. We can talk about living alone in 10 or 20 years.
Me golden hacks, woo!
Sorry, I got carried away. Anyway, you're talented and hardworking. Over these 1,000 days, you've opened your heart to us and even encouraged us in return. Having you as a comrade is a blessing for all 5 of us. But I have to say one thing. You're always so sensitive and kind. Every time you see us get hurt, you look like you're about to break. Has our squad motto, having each other's backs, become too much of a burden for you? I get how you feel. When your squad mates trust you with their backs, your first instinct is to protect them, right? But that's not the way it should be. No one can shoulder everything alone. Don't try to carry everything on your own. Choosing to fight on the battlefield is my resolve. Feel it.
Bad.
Yours with me.
Approximation. Okay.
Turn to watch my back. I'll give my all to honor it too.
As As long as
I'm bad with math. Yay!
there's no such thing as failing to protect something, because your will and our will is preserved and carried on in other ways.
But don't let that weigh on you. Try to trust in us, just like we trust in you.
Wasn't that Joshua Waters before?
I've struggled with that kind of thinking myself, but I eventually made my way through it.
The Phaethon from, you know, Honkai?
Of keeping each other safe. It's like a harmonica melody scoring our time together. Even when things change, our tune will go on, and that's enough.
Exactly. Honestly, I'm sometimes terrified. Afraid that someday, you'll blame yourself for failing to protect us and fall apart. That's why I wanted to record this message.
Oh, right, game developers, yeah.
Don't try to bear everything alone. Maybe you can start relying on us more, fully entrusting your vulnerable side to us. Our will has long been intertwined with yours. We're comrades.
Okay.
Way too sentimental. It doesn't feel like me anymore.
So,
anyway,
yeah.
we just want to see
And long math number.
share your burdens, even if it isn't us. Finally, we'd like to give you the song that's closest to us. If what we've said is hard to understand, just feel it through the music. Please, enjoy my masterpiece, Homecoming.
The old cassette plays a familiar tune. It sounds crisp and clear, as though it was recorded just yesterday. When the music fades, the tape goes silent. You turn to the woman who calls herself Charon, as she desperately wipes away uncontrollable tears. The harbor wind ruffles her hair, and then at last she lifts her head.
Proxy, do you remember? I was once terrified of seeing the look on their faces.
Yes. Can you see them clearly now?
Yes. Crystal clear. As if I've returned to the exact moment of parting.
I think they'd look more worried if she got right before
This
the...
is our last glance. This is the answer you wanted me to find. Thanks, guys. For everything.
Not gonna cry, game, you're not gonna catch me! After meeting with Nathan, you spend a long time with Charon at Port Ellipse, letting the sea breeze wash over you. You don't say a word because you both know it'll soon be time to part ways. As the temperature begins to cool, you head back to 6th Street with her.
Proxies. No. Lies. Belle. I've troubled you two a lot these days with my personal affairs. Words can't describe what you've done for me.
It's no trouble at all. To be honest, Belle and I have been a bit lost lately because of some personal matters. But meeting you has felt somehow comforting. Don't you think, Belle?
Her wills are aligned.
Exactly. We got something out of the experiences we shared. At the very least, it's brought us clarity. I guess our wills have
Clarity!
Yeah. When I was trapped in self-doubt, unable to get out, I'm glad you were there with me. You're right. We've already trusted our backs to each other as comrades. And because of that, because we are comrades...
She blushing! She blushing, y'all!
Please, hear me out. Maybe you've already noticed. I'm sorry, but I've been keeping something from you. Charon isn't actually my code name.
We know.
As I mentioned before, Charon was my captain's code name. When I met both of you for the first time, I didn't want to tell you my code name, because I thought someone who couldn't protect their squad mates had no right to one. So I lied.
We noticed.
Captain Charon was an orphan like me, with no family to mourn her. I've been using her code name, because I may be the last person in the world who still remembers her. But I understand now. If I want to keep moving forward, I can't keep hiding behind a lie. My true code name is...
Stop her from continuing.
Well, you don't have to tell me right now.
At the harbor, Nathan spoke to you privately. Was he offering you a chance to return to the Defense Force?
Yes. He said he still has a friend in the Defense Force who's currently forming a new squad. And if my
yeah, it was Soldier 11.
So, what's your decision? Where will you go next?
After everything that's happened, I think I do share the same goal as that
Cast
friend
it.
of his and the new squad
No,
they're
not
building.
about my ears.
So I'll
No.
head back to the new Eridu Defense Force and keep chasing my new goal with a new team.
And your new goal
Your
is?
new goal. Are you going to look further into the fall of the old capital?
Okay, okay, I'll accept that at least.
Yes. My encounter with Grim Vulture has made me realize this should be the true form of my vengeance.
Ted Pat's still not working. I don't know what to do with that. I mean, really?
I'll uncover the real culprits behind the old capital's fall and make them pay for their crimes. If the ferryman who leads me to the truth demands a price...
Yeah, because Charon's is a ferryman. Ah, ha, ha.
I have a gut feeling the masterminds will reveal themselves again soon. To protect the city my comrades cherished and sacrificed their lives
Thanks.
for, I won't allow such a tragedy to happen again. By letting the will to protect guide my hatred, I now have a clear aim toward the truth.
I mean, there are figuratively, yes, too. Exactly why we can't be completely honest with each other right now.
That's what I thought. If that's the case, then for now, we probably shouldn't learn your true codename, or lean on each other too much.
Are you saying we're on opposite sides?
No, we might walk different paths. Those paths will lead us to the same destination. It's just that, for now, we can't say any more than that.
Right now, we're still very
To be honest,
powerless.
After facing an enemy as ruthless as Grim Vulture, we're reminded of our own powerlessness. Watching you fight back, almost losing your life to a bullet, that feeling. We're nowhere near strong enough to protect you, and we're not strong enough to open up about our pasts either. Sorry.
Without second thought or hesitation, Charon takes a hold of each of your hands and brings them together to her chest.
If this is your slightly
Boobies!
selfish principle, I'll respect it. You were once my proxies, and I'll keep this memory locked away as something I cherish. If, as you say, our destination is the same, then we should continue on our separate paths, striving to grow stronger. The next time we meet, I'll reveal my true codename. I hope we can become true comrades. I want your presence to forever remain in the melody of my life.
I mean, you could join my harem, yes. Deal.
Yes, it's a promise. We'll meet again, Charon.
You watch the woman who calls herself Charon walk further and further away. A Defense Force soldier waits for her at the end of her path.
Hello. I'm the sniper from the former Liar Squad of the Chrysoberyl Division, recommended by Captain Nathan.
Chrysos Airs? Crystal Airs? Haha.
Obsidian Division, Impera Squad.
Yeah, I heard about you from my superior. You're the one who dealt with the serial murders targeting the Defense Force, right? Well, the new Eridu Defense Force is ready to welcome you back. Let me
Welcome!
confirm a few details before taking you to base. Which squad are you applying to join? And did you have a code name during your previous service?
I'm applying to join the Obsidian Division's Oval Squad.
I mean, can't you tell this written right there?
Trigger. I was Trigger of Liar Squad.
That's kind of a... I know this is a past thing. Yeah. Things came to an end, Belle, but do you think that we'll see Karen again? For sure. Yeah, I hope to see so too. We must grow, get stronger, and greater power to face any crisis. When we reunite with her, then we must hear her real code name. Exactly. However, after hearing the connection between Karen and the Grim Vulture, I can't help but feel sad. Two people with... This has apparently happened in the past when we first started out as proxies. Well, around the time we first started out as proxies. So apparently we were remembering her in her her oval outfit rather than the other outfit she was. The same fate, ended up walking completely different paths, becoming enemies. Belle, if we also encounter enemies who once experienced the same fate, but now walk completely different paths with opposite goals, forced to be enemies, what would you choose? I would seek a mutual understanding. Ha, that really sounds like something you'd say, Belle. If that time comes, let's seek a mutual understanding with each other, with the other party together. But you think you should face everything together, right? After everything that's happened, I'm feeling a bit tired. You must feel the same, right, Belle? We'll get more and more commissions from the Shepherd from now on. How about we take a short break while we can? Yep, caught. Caught! That is tonight's stream. I am exhausted. We had storms late into the day and, power outages and all the other fun stuff, so, oh, just as I was about to leave! Okay, Ming, I will do a few things on here. And then I will end the stream. I will... Food. Are you okay? I'm fine, just seeing her, her...
Ingredients are the freshest in the morning. Come, have a bowl of noodles.
Let me do a run of stuff I need. For combat.
Seems like my noodles were just what you needed.
Let's do this. I will do a few fighting things. I feel. Yeah, foo.
I'll protect you, Miss Yang. I'll manage things from here.
Have Evelyn over here tie him up.
How about some music? My heart is a mirror.
But this also kind of like how Trigger was very, very attached to Soldier 11 and whole thing of her being an orphan and seeing a squad as a...
Heads up. Okay. The stage is mine. Countering.
family member, though we ship them. They are more than just family members. They are absolutely... Nope. I believe that they are... I ship.
Don't blink now. The light is but one step away.
Do not deny, I ship.
Sorry, no one gets past me.
Purging slash.
Caffeinated Fox. True, but, I have a lot to do tomorrow in the week. Since it'll be Monday morning, and I'll actually have to probably get in there early because it's a busy place. So, probably will go to sleep after this. Or back asleep.
Please stay behind me. Heads up. Right. Countering.
How about some music?
Securing the perimeter.
My heart is a mirror.
I have to go stand in line for car tags. Better if I go in early rather than late. Yay for car tags. I'll take songs.
Countering.
And like, they've been refurbishing the big courthouse, so like, and the areas around it, so like there's no parking really, and so it just ends up being this thing of hell. Car tags? Car tags. Like the tags you put on your car, the registration, you have to have a tax on the tag itself that says that it's registered, up to date, all other stuff. Artax? No, not Artax from Neverending Story. You know that actor, for the boy almost got his foot stuck in the because when Artax the horse is being pulled under, quote unquote, it's just on a lift thing, and he got his foot caught under it and was nearly dragged under during one of the shots. Yeah, absolutely scary. Alright, I will find somebody to read. And Wednesday will be a longer stream, will it? We get to play Repo. Oh, Haru! What do you think of starting a new run and have, mods? We'll talk about this later on that. Anyways. Ba, ba, ba. Actually, I'm probably just gonna drop stream now. Whatever expense. I know, right? Alright, y'all, this was Ishnai Ciarfox. I hope you have a good day or night whenever it is, wherever it is you currently are. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and comment. I get to adult tomorrow. I hate it!